Hey, guess what, guys? Paulie's already here.
I missed the entire intro. It just like skipped. Like I heard 2 seconds, it skipped for like the rest of the time. And I'm still on Jackie Chan mode.
I was going to say, Paulie's using the 1970s Hong Kong Kung Fu movie filter for filming today.
That's what happens when you.
Who's here? I
live in a rural area, not as rural as you, because like you might not have internet. This is pretty rural, you know.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
I'm not going to go lay down. You go lay down.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the dog.
Oh, Jesus. Nobody fucks with the Jesus, Mike.
No one fucks with the Jesus, man.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, I'm back.
I actually watched that. I watched that the other day.
Yeah,
just because we were talking about it in the live feed.
You know what I want to watch that I haven't seen in a while is Beer Fest. Remember that movie?
Oh, dude.
No one even knows. No one even knows that movie anymore. Like, no.
Do you know who I watched that with the first time?
Who?
Fucking Brian Scott.
Oh man.
So yes, Marcos, I did fix my wife's computer plan. Her.
That movie is funny. It's kind of weird. There's little parts where I was like, I don't get it, but it just kind of grew on me.
The boot. I like the one where the fat dude like falls in. They push him in the bottom, and he drinks like the whole vat of the fucking entire tank.
Oh yeah, Das Boot. Yeah, when he like sucks all the beer out, that he just ends up drowning anyways. That's a funny fucking movie. I wanted to watch it. I don't know why. I just remembered it, and I wanted to watch it again.
So, guys, this is Paulie. Paulie from Purple Heart Barbecue. Yeah, he said he was going to send me his logo so I could put it up on the thumbnail.
I emailed it to you.
Oh, you never told me you emailed it.
All it says on mine is live, and it has the time. There's no like amount of people who are in.
You don't see it? No. There's 9 people watching, so
nice.
not as many people. I actually had. So I had someone scheduled was coming on. Not just that like Paulie's like, oh well, fuck it, I'll just bring Paulie on. I felt bad because Paulie didn't get to come on the other day. So since my podcast guest fell through, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I asked another person before I asked Paulie, but So can you see the comments on the side?
You're probably not going to get as many people. It's Friday, so I don't know. Maybe you won't get as many people.
No, Friday we usually get a lot of people. It's there's other channels that go live, so they'll be in and out going to other people's channels and stuff.
Two-way Dave. Can I ask him? Dave, what do you have in that picture with you? Is that okay, Mike? Like
no. We can't talk about pew-pews. He's got a pew-pew with him. I know exactly what it is. It's an airsoft. It's exactly what it is. It's a Nerf. It's a Nerf pew-pew.
It's probably an airsoft. Those fucking airsoft videos. You ever watch those guys? They snipe from like far away, like a whole camp and shit. And I'm like, dude, these guys are fucking nuts. They're like, they legit have better tactics than 99% of the guys I worked with in the army.
I was gonna say I watched that and I'm like, I was in Iraq with guys that don't.
And I was like, I would take that guy over like pretty much anyone in my platoon. Like that guy's fucking legit. They have like legit tactics and things that they do, and they fucking practice that shit.
Guys, there's you'll get a kick out of this one, Paulie. So I did a short about it. There's a video about this going up on Monday. Look at that beast. Look at that.
No, it's ridiculous.
That thing is nuts. Like, you know, just in case you need a jack stand or something, you just pull your knife out. It's literally 1/4 of an inch thick.
The Jack Hawk 3000.
So this is Paulie. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They had a Civil War reenactment over by my house like a month ago, and I saw your mom out there, General Lee. She was out there. She flew up. She fucking drove up from fucking Ohio.
Oh my God!
They did like the full thing, and I was like, "What do people do up here? Is this what people do up here?"
I don't know. My mom's actually. If she's not in the hospital, she's on her way to the hospital.
Yeah, it's like my dad calls me. He tells me he doesn't feel good. He called me the other day. He told me he ate some. I was like, "What'd you eat?" Because he said he just got back from lunch. And he's
everything.
Like, he goes, "I had a little bit of chicken, and a little bit of fish." And I was like, "Well, where'd you go?" And he goes, "Oh, Havoc! Daddy's here, baby! Daddy's here." He goes,
Don't mess with Havoc. We've seen his YouTube channel. I'm not 100% sure he's stable.
He goes, I went to the buffet, and I was like, why the fuck would you go to the buffet and eat like a little bit of chicken fish? He's like, oh, I had a little extra. And I was like, yeah, I bet you fucking did. Mike, what do you do with that hook? Why don't you put a rusty hook on your hat, dude?
It's not. It's not rusty. It was gold plated, and my father.
Do you want a rusty hook? I can send
you one. I'll tell you the story.
I can give you a rusty hook
if you'll shut your fucking hole for a second.
Do you know what a rusty hook is? Yeah.
So the story behind the hook, because I put Paulie in timeout, so he can actually fucking hear the story. So anyway, no, my dad and I were in a fishing club. They used to sell these. They were lucky hooks. I think I was like 12 or 13. And so before a fishing tournament, he bought me a lucky hook to put on my hat. It's just made for your hat. And when we were moving, I found it in a box of stuff that was like little knickknack stuff that my dad had given me. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll put that on my hat. Because, like you said the other day, is your dad deaf? And I was like, you spelled dead wrong.
Do you know what a rusty hook is?
I'm not even going to. Paulie!
I'm sure.
What in the fuck are they doing?
I don't know. Sounds like, is that like applause? What is that?
No, it's an F. That's like they've been flying the 35s, the new Joint Strike Fighter, and the F-18s. They're cross training, and they've been flying right over my fucking house. I complained about the helicopters at the old place, and the helicopters don't fly over the house here like they used to. I'd have a hard time filming at the old house because you'd have helicopters and shit. Now I got fucking F-18s flying over my house fucking all hours of the night.
Why are you so angry all the time?
I don't know. I was born.
What'd you do in the Navy that made you so fucking angry?
I worked with other Navy people.
That's a good point.
That's a good.
You
worked on the Navy base. You saw it. You saw how angry I was with them. Half of them, I'm like, Jesus Christ, who fucking ties your shoes for you?
Oh, I hated working with the MAs. I couldn't even. Like the guys who weren't, it was kind of crazy because the guys who weren't MAs that I would work with, like I was totally cool with. But
yeah, they were halfway normal. Like they were almost normal people.
Yeah, they were funny. Some of them were funny. I remember there's like this guy. He was probably like 5'2". I can't remember his name, and he used to just talk about how he used to just go out and fuck everybody, and he would just tell me stories about it all the time. And I was like, oh,
you talking at Point Loma?
No, this is at 32nd Street. I worked a day with him a few times.
Oh, okay.
Mike, have you caught a fish with your rusty hook?
No, it's not for fishing. It's for a hat. What kind of silly question is that?
I don't know. I grew up in San Diego, so I'm not used to.
How do you even type that in to make that your channel name? I'm so glad that you're not a paying member. I would have to try to put that in my text crawl at the end. I'd be like,
Gunther, is that Gunther Grunge? I know that fucking guy. That's Gunther Grunge.
Who?
Gunther Grunge. Gunther, tell Mike who you are.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know what kind of language that is, but it looks good. It
actually looks cool. But if you were a paying member, I would have to put you in that text scroll at the end of the video, and I'd be like, "Fuck it, he's just not getting recognized." Just put
Gunther. Just put Gunther.
It looks really cool on my screen, but I get it.
Like if they found your body in the woods, that's like the font they would use to write on your dead body. That's what it would look like. Like that's some Blair Witch Project shit.
If I was in the woods and I saw that shit, I'd be like, I'm going to fuck home. I don't feel like hunting anymore.
I gotta get out of here. I don't know what's up with this font. Is that a font you find somewhere, or what? I don't even know what the fuck that would be called.
I don't know, but something is outside my garage door that is making a lot of noise and just thumped into it.
Oh, we're gonna watch Mike get murdered on live stream.
No, Mike's gonna go get his pew and put it in his lap.
You're so scared, Mike. Use hand-to-hand combat like a man.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Look at him. You just told me none of that talk, and you're sitting there.
I didn't even show it. I just said pew. Like that's a safe word. That's a safe word for YouTube.
Why don't you fight him hand to hand like Jason Bourne type fucking shit, dude? Use your Navy training.
But why? When I can just use that. That sounds like. I mean, I'm old.
That's a good point. good point.
I'm old. I'm more about like economy of motion. It's a lot faster. Bang! It's all done.
Yeah.
Mike would sucker punch a ghost. It's not Shopcat. Shopcat's in on the couch. I already saw. So no, this is that Extrema ratio. Jared, have you seen one of these? This thing is a beast. This is a knife channel. By the way, in case you've been on one of my live feeds, occasionally we talk about knives here.
Go ahead, talk about knives. I'll just fucking sit here.
Well, Paulie, you're gonna start if you're gonna have to start doing a lot of barbecue. You're gonna have to get a knife. I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna show you guys a picture.
Why don't you send me the knife that I won?
Okay, how many? Okay, would you like me to show it live? That you said I will never carry it.
I would prefer you not scroll through our texts live in any.
You that'd be like that. You'd be like, I'm going to fucking prison. I'm getting fired.
Yeah, I still have to keep my job. My favorite knife. I don't know, man. Honestly, like I know this is weird. I don't have a favorite knife.
Paulie's not really a knife guy. Paulie was more of a just talk shit and piss people off kind of guy.
Like I wish I knew more so I could come on here and fucking talk to you guys about it. And
no, there's the Jackie Chan fucking 1970s kung fu filter you got going on your film.
It's still doing it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely doing it.
Someone's gonna send me a sex scam call.
It wouldn't work with Paulie. Paulie'd be like, I'm listening.
Dude.
How much was that again?
Ping
All
pong.
right. Hey, Ma, you got to get a job.
What's Balls of Fury? Why does that sound familiar?
That's the table tennis. That's that fucking crazy table tennis.
That's
movie.
what that was like your mom's prison name, wasn't it? Or was it your dad's? Is that how your dad died? Did he get shanked in prison?
You're a horrible fucking person, Paul. You know what? You are like okay. So when Paulie and I worked together, he would say shit, and the kids that had worked, because I basically retired and went right back to work in the same place that I had worked at. And Paulie would come in and he'd be saying horrendous shit to me. And all these kids that had worked for me were like, how the fuck's he get away with that? And I'd look at him and was like, don't think for 1 second that you ever get to say to me the shit that Paulie says. And they're like, that's not fair. And I'm like, yeah, but it's fucking Paulie.
Just happened.
Marcos is like dark real fast. Wow. It has a tendency to get that way with Paulie. I think it's the head traumas.
Yeah. I don't know why everyone I know from the Army is just weird and crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what. Maybe it was the burn pits. Maybe it was the vac. Maybe I don't want to use the V word, but it was different types back then.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the sun. I don't know. But a lot of people I know from the military are kind of wild.
I think it has to do with just it's a completely
Aiden, ring your bell.
It's a completely different. I got my bell. Calm the fuck down.
Thank you.
Oh, that was loud. What's that wee sound I got going on in that ear?
Yeah.
I know Joke went to the range the other day, and I didn't get my right earplug in real tight, and I was shooting the 44 Magnum, and I fucking pulled the trigger on it. I was like, I obviously did not get my earplugs seated.
I don't even like going to the range anymore, man. Like, it's just after you shoot like fucking fully automatic, or can I say this?
Fully automatic pew-pews.
Yeah, everything you do, like in the military, is just like a lot more. So when you take a hand pew somewhere, it's just not the same. It's just not fun.
There's a lot of things. I miss like being able to set up like a crew served pew gun shoot for my guys. That was one of the nice things. I said gun. Oops. That was one of the nice things, like, because the guys that work weapons, it's always easy. Like if the morale is low, you just go and I went and talked to our chief the one time. I was like, look, the guys are just like down the dumps because you work weapons. You never get a day off because the gun system has to be manned 24 hours. Even when everybody else gets like a Sunday off underway and has holiday routine and shit, we're still stuck just basically in there. And so I told the chief, I'm like, I just want to give him a little bit of, I just want to give him something. He's like, well, we can't give him time off. I was like, I don't want to give him time off. I want to get it set up so that we can set up the 50 cals and the 240s. I told you I'm doing a live feed. I said I would call you. Are you okay? All right.
I just want to ask you for the. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Mike, is that your side piece or your wife?
That's my wife. I don't have a side piece. But anyway, so I told Chief, I was like, he's like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I want on a Sunday, like one Sunday a month, that we secure topside and my guys just go out and shoot whatever they want. If they want to shoot small arms, they shoot small arms. If they want to shoot cruise serve weapons, they shoot cruise serve weapons. The only thing we can't do is the 5-inch and the 25 millimeter, because that requires a lot more setup. But for just small arms, cruise serve, nothing. And we would do that. And I tell the guys, I came down the first time and I was like, guys, I know you're tired and all that. And I was like, so I can either let you sleep in an hour tomorrow on Sunday and then we just work all day tomorrow, or we get up at 5 and they're like, what the fuck? I was like, we get up at 5 and I was like, hear me out. And they're like, what? And I was like, we take all of the anything you guys want to shoot. We take it out, we set it up, and we shoot it. Not us watching someone. We're not qualifying anyone. We're not training anyone. We're just going to go out and just fucking blow off some ammo. And they were like, hell yeah. Fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. They're like, hey, guns, we got everything set up. Everything's set up. Like, can we go start mounting? I was like, it's not even 5 a.m. yet. Go back to bed. It's not Christmas morning.
I don't know if it's like the CTE that's leaking out of my ears, but like, I just don't listen to any of your stories. Like, I was not even listening at all. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I just stopped listening like 30 seconds in.
Paulie's just an asshole.
I just like saw Marcos talk about someone carrying the hog, and I just like immediately my nips just churned the other way. I went from 6 to midnight.
I saw it too, and I was thinking about the Echo when they modified the 60 to the Echo. I think they still use it on subs. VOIFYI.
What is that?
I don't know, but hello, Priscilla Copeland. You could maybe give us a little expounding information on your post.
Priscilla, is that like your real? Why would you use your real name? You need a stage name. What's your stage name? Why would you use your real name?
You are using your real name?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like Aiden Miguel. That's like totally like that's like a Spanish singer. That's not a real name. He's like one of those like cartel singers, like the what are those called? Aiden, I know you know what I'm talking about. Where they sing for the cartels. What are those songs called too? Like they're specific.
I know the ones you're talking about where they're like the drug ballads, like
yeah.
Ballads. I know. I watched a thing about the guy that got killed. Like they came up and told him he was going to die on stage.
They gave him a letter. They gave him a letter on stage, or like
they gave him a letter on stage and then shot him in a parking lot. I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it.
Yeah,
it's Narcos something. I can't remember.
Some of those guys like their mausoleums. Oh yeah, there you go. See, I knew he fucking knew it. And hey of course, Jesus knew too. Dave. Jesus fucking knows, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen like the mausoleums they have? They fucking built like it looks like a mansion, and like they just like whatever cartel boss died, they fucking put him in there, and it looks insane.
What's up, Duke? Well, see, like you got some guys don't use their real names, like David here, Eggs and Ham 22. Sinister Knife Clips, that's Duke, and then 2A Dave. Well, his name's Dave.
Tamales.
Dave, did you already? We were talking about tamales. How you have to do there's like some foods you have to prepare the day before, like the masa for the tamales. You pretty much have to do it the day before to make sure that it's all absorbed the liquids. Paulie was making Nashville hot chicken sandwiches today.
That was so good. It's probably my favorite thing I've made so far. That shit was so good. I could use more of that hot sauce too, but that shit was ridiculous.
You should get some of the bomb hot sauce. I finally got to try some when I did the one chip, that Pocky one chip, the world's spiciest chip. Cole was telling me about the bomb hot sauce. So I got to try some the other day, and I was like, "Good God, that's so hot!"
It's already hot enough. I mean, I put plenty of fucking hot spices in the actual sauce.
Yeah,
and then I brined it with like buttermilk and sriracha, some salt and pepper. So it was really good.
Oh, that was cool.
You tell these guys the other day about that guy who fucking ran into me at the gym, who was like trying to move his car?
No, hang on a second. But whose comment did I miss? Who's Goober? You can use masa the same day. Yeah, you can, but it's probably going to be better the next day.
I don't know. Marcos looks like he might be right.
No, I mean, you can do it. You can use anything the same day. It's like making pasta sauce like an hour before you make pasta. You can do it. Is it going to taste good? No, but it's. Havoc says you guys are boring as fuck. This isn't going to be a real long life. Go for an hour. You're the goobers.
Havoc, like, I don't even want to fucking start with you.
I don't know. Just don't engage. Stand down.
What do you want us to talk about? Someone throw a topic out there. We'll just start talking.
Well, I was going to ask you because, in all honesty, all the times we've talked about stuff, if you were cool with it, how did you wind up getting your Purple Heart? I've never asked. This is the first time I've ever asked.
Yeah, I wish I was a fucking underground narco. Wouldn't be sitting here with this jerk off. I can actually drop the link. There's actually like it was from New York Times. Actually wrote like an article about it because like a bunch of people actually, I think like 3 people got killed and like 40 got wounded. And so basically we were walking to the Chow Hall. It was like October 10th, 2007. So I remember the date. I don't remember a lot, but I remember that date. And so we were walking to the Chow Hall trying to get some fucking food. And there was like 4 or 5 of us. And we started like hearing the sirens go off, meaning there's, incoming artillery. And so the artillery is basically, we could see it far away. We lived on a big camp. We were in Baghdad. You could see it like way out in the distance. But then you could start to see like someone was walking it in. So what that means is if like you're from Norway, like Gunther Grunge, basically
they were doing ladder spotting.
They think somebody was on the base, like telling them like where to go. So basically, like if something's like 300 meters away, then it's like 250, then it's like 200, then it's like 150, and then it just keeps getting closer. And so we noticed it starting to get closer, and so we tried to run like into like kind of like a barricaded area. And as we were doing that, we turned around, and basically a rocket flew like right over our head and exploded, probably like 15 meters in front of me. I don't know the exact distance. I remember seeing the light. Seeing the light above my head, and then hearing that fucking noise. I'll never forget that. That's like that whistling, zooming noise. That was the craziest fucking noise. And I could look up, and I looked up and I saw it, and then it just like went off, and I just got like shrapnel in my leg, and it was crazy because there was actually like right by the sign for the Chow Hall, that thing was just peppered with fucking shrapnel, like big fucking pieces. That if that shit would have hit me, I'd have been fucking dead. And so I ended up just like, I think like a few people died, but I ended up going like to just like the CASH, which is a combat support hospital, and they just cleaned me up. And so I was out for probably like a month.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. But yeah, that was fucked up. So that rocket sizzle. Yeah, I felt it in my leg. It was pretty big, couple pieces of shrapnel. The biggest piece probably like this big, maybe an inch. I felt it, but it didn't hurt. And I didn't even know I was bleeding until I looked down and saw blood. So it was kind of crazy how your adrenaline pumps like that and you don't really feel it. I mean, there's people who get shot. There's people who get shot and don't even know they're shot because their adrenaline pumps around like that. It was probably you, Havoc.
Bro, look at that. Like, okay, now that I read that, absolutely fucking makes sense what I saw on his YouTube channel. I've never met a mortarman that wasn't half crazy or a felon.
Dude, that is fun. That is a fun fucking job. We went out
Yeah,
with
but I'm
those
saying
guys.
I've never met one that was not a fucking felon or a fucking mental case
Dude.
or both.
No, that is a fun fucking job, dude. We used to go out with that guys, and they would just pop off rounds for fun, and that was so much fucking fun just to sit there, like throw it down the fucking tube and let it go.
Most of my friends, most of my really good friends with Marines are mortarmen, and they're like, they didn't know I wasn't a mortarman. They're like, dude, you're like crazy enough to be a mortarman. I didn't even know you were in the Navy. I was like,
yeah, no, those guys were funny. Like I
they're fucking nuts, dude.
As long as they're not
fucking wrong with
I don't really like EOD guys. It's one of my bugaboos. If you're EOD,
I don't dislike those guys. They're just kind of prima donna.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why.
A little bit. Hey, my buddy Billy's here. What's up, Billy? Billy does barbecue as well.
Oh, Billy.
Yes, my buddy Billy. Billy was at Point. Well, yeah, Billy was at Point Loma while you were there.
Was he?
Yeah, remember black dude MA2 about my size came in, and I knew him from over at Mobile Squadron, and he came over because he got an injury. He was TAD.
No,
he worked in the fucking armory with us. Up in the building. He was in our building.
Like I told you, I got the fucking CTE. The shit leaks out of my fucking ears. I don't remember nothing.
I think it's the spray paint you keep using to put your beard the right way.
It's not even spray paint. Why does everybody say that? There's a little silver patches here.
Yeah, would you use a crayon for that? It looks like you took like a piece of paper and one of those big Magnum El Marcos and shit.
Is this where you want to be, Mike, when Jesus comes back? Making fun of me?
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I dig it. Like you do it to me all the time. This is like an open forum for just busting balls.
Yep.
So no, Billy does barbecue, but Billy never comes to my house and never invites me over. He just sends me pictures of shit he's made. Oh, yeah, I did this. I'm like, cool. Been nice to get an invite before I got fucking stoned. Or I wasn't going to invite you.
Look at that. What does he make? That's a real fucking beard.
Bro, did you see my shit when it was cleared down like to my nipples, bro?
Yeah, you looked great, Mike.
Right? I know. Here's the thing. I don't care. Say that shit all you want. So
I had to trim it after that guy touched it the other day.
Wait, somebody touched your beard?
Yeah, I told you this story. Outside of the gym, this guy was parked outside of the gym. He had his fucking car in the middle of the street. No lights are on.
Tell me the story again because I may have forgotten it.
And then he's knocking on the door of some dentist place, and I'm like, "Hey man, you need some help?" And he looks at me and he's like, comes up, he's like, "I don't have any gas in my car or any money or anything." Oh, this guy's making some brisket, dude. You got to send me some pictures when he makes it. I want to see how it turns out. So he's basically like knocking on the door. They don't want to let him in because he looks like you, but like 200 pounds heavier. What I imagine your mom looks like. And and so he walks up and he goes, like, I'm like, "What do you need, man?" Like, and he's basically telling me he needs gas. And then he like just stops and he looks at me and he goes, "You know what you look like?" He's like, "Without the beard." And he like touches my face and he goes, "You look like Joey from Friends." And I go, "Shut up and kiss me." And I didn't say that. We had this like long discussion about like getting him some gas. And I was like, "You don't have any money?" I was like, what do you got going on here? And he's like, "No, I just need some of your money." I was like, "I'm going to the gym. I don't have any money." And he's like, well, you got to help me out. And I was like, "I'll get you out of the street." And he's like, "No, I just need some money or just go give me some gas." I was like, "How the fuck do you want me to get you gas, man? Like, what do you want me to do here?"
Yeah, you did tell me about that. I forgot you telling me he touched your face, and I was like,
"Yeah, he touched my face." Really?
Like, I want to light myself on fire right now a little bit.
I went from 6 to midnight real quick. Who is this asshole?
Yeah, that's why I put it up there because Shane was like,
I didn't even see that.
I didn't even say anything. I was just waiting for it.
Why are these people so rude, dude? You told me the knife community was this incredible, loving community.
Yeah,
it's like the military. Here and everybody attacks me.
Yeah, it's like the military
for no fucking reason.
It's not no reason. You kind of bring it on yourself. You're like, I mean, anything that's happened to you, I'm pretty sure there's a fucking reason for it.
Bear in mind, you're small on screen and sound like Ray Romano. Yeah, I do have a Ray Romano type sound. That's a good one.
Could be the nose. It kind of changes the fucking sound patterns. Fucking slow down, Paulie. Save some air for the rest of us.
How much is this spray paint for that beard? I want to see you, terrible looking people, get on here. Show your face.
we don't want. We don't. Okay, so I was in a live feed with like 8 other people one time. It goes sideways real fucking quick. You can't control it. It's impossible.
It's like having a bunch of first graders like on fucking like a Zoom meeting and shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is Mike's community. We're toxic as fuck.
Dude, I've always had like this. Mike, since you've known me, like my hair's always been fucking black like this. It's just black.
Yeah, it has. It has. Even God, I wish I had a fucking picture of you with that like 18-inch tall fucking mohawk you had.
I know. I gotta look for that. I probably can find it. I've seen Dave. David's got a good fucking beard.
Who does?
David. Isn't Eggs and Ham David?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even think about it. Just David's got a pretty good beard, but it's more like it's like all the hair stopped coming out of the top of his head and started coming out. It's like he's got plenty of hair inside his head. It just can't find the right way out, so it just started coming out with the rest of it. Like fuck it, we'll go this way.
It tends to happen. You should have. Did you see my fucking hair during COVID? I didn't cut my hair for like a year and a half. It was fucking amazing. I had like this AC Slater fucking mullet going on. It was fucking beautiful. I loved it. It was
Duke says he'll come. Duke says he'll come on anytime. Duke, you know what? There's a handful of people I'd like to have on. It just always winds up that they're never available.
Yeah, you guys could talk about knives, which is what you're supposed to be talking about.
Right? Was Mike canceled from YouTube for a while? No.
Yeah, it was.
No, I'm on here. There's a video that goes up 5 days a week and usually 3 live feeds.
Yeah, Mike posts all the fucking time.
No, I've seen your YouTube channel. I'm not putting both of you in this fucking thing, Havoc. It's not happening.
Havoc, can you get on here and start singing for us?
It's like, you guys sing us a ballad? What the fuck?
He asked me to subscribe and I subscribed, so you should be happy about that.
Yeah, Paulie subscribed.
Did you have brother and cousin actually in Vietnam? I couldn't even imagine being in Vietnam. The bugs and just like the hell. I couldn't even.
I don't have to imagine. I've been to Vietnam. Actually went there.
God.
I went there with a guy on leave, and it was great.
I'm talking about the war.
But I was still in Vietnam.
Yeah,
I don't have to imagine the heat and the bugs and shit. I was there.
All right, who's that reporter that says he fucking his helicopter got shot down in Iraq? That's fucking you. I was in Vietnam, in 2015.
No, you said I can't imagine being in Vietnam, the heat and the bugs, and I was like, I can because I've been there.
That's different.
I didn't say I was there during the war. I just said I can imagine what it's like.
Talking about Vietnam War.
Well, I don't have to. I can remember what it's like.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what your problem is.
What is he thanking me for? Ben's missing out. Brian Williams, thank you.
Brian, who's Brian? What are we talking
That's you. You're Brian Williams.
Brian Williams. Yeah, that fucking dude.
With your Vietnam story. Yeah, I was in Vietnam. In 2015.
Well, that's not what I meant, but I was just saying, like, I know what the heat and the bugs are like. I don't think that's changed that much.
Probably not. But it's it's not the same as being in the war.
Well, I didn't say that. You said I can't imagine being in Vietnam, the heat and the bugs, and I said I can because I've been there. I didn't say anything about you didn't say anything about the war. I was making comments on exactly what you said.
I get a good deal of swamp ass all the time.
Like,
yeah, we're on fucking fire. That's right. Mike Elmer.
It's Emler, Ben. That's like when it's really hot, you're like, I'm not sure if I got a sweaty ass or if that last fart might have been a little wet. I'm not 100% sure which way to go with this one.
I feel like I should give you a rusty hook next time I see you. And it could be with your rust or my rust. It doesn't matter.
I know what a rusty hook is, you dickhead. Go look up munging.
No. You know what? Mike is right.
You know what?
I
I'm
haven't been
probably
grow up
already
in Miami.
demonetized. Let's go ahead and do this.
Actually, I've been to Mexico, so I'm technically a cartel boss.
Wait,
What are you doing?
what?
Sorry.
I'm gonna get her to tell us. What is munging? No. Don't call someone. Jesus Christ. No. Sinister Clips is like, no. When are we oiling up Paulie? That'd be a video right there. Paulie all oiled up, like just in his underwear with a scarf, like under Biden, just fucking spinning around in circles on his kitchen floor.
Just oil up my beard, get it all moist, some black paint, just like rub it in. That squishy sound. That fucking squishy sound. No mung zone.
This is a no munging zone.
Mike, what do you think about? Oh, dude, that just sounds fucking terrible.
Right? I don't even want to look at that. Somebody told me, "Oh, you should go check out the Pain Olympics," and I'm like, "All right." And I was like,
"Hold on, Havoc, you want to fucking wrestle? Send me your location. I'll come up there with no pants on. You fuck."
What's this?
Havoc wants to wrestle me.
George says, "Mike, you're wrong." It's worse. Yeah, I'm pretty sure munging is about the worst thing I've seen on Urban Dictionary in a long time.
Yeah.
There's a video of a chick going, "Alexa, what is munging?" And then she hears it. She's like, it's just like completely like frozen. Like she doesn't know what to do. Like you when you're talking.
Is it still doing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your internet speed there?
Oh, I think it was like 68, 69 earlier today when they put in the new router.
I get terrible cases of swamp ass. When I was in Iraq, I used to have just sweat drip down my ass and hit the back of my legs. And I did not appreciate it. It was like Chinese torture, like in my ass. It was like that death by 1,000 drips in my asshole. And I hated it. That place was so hot. I don't know. Afghanistan, I was in Afghanistan and Iraq. I'm not like Havoc. Havoc just makes up stories about what he did in the military. Like me, I actually did real things. Now he was in 10th Mountain, so that's got to be hard enough.
He was there.
Yeah, let's do a browser history.
He was there with fucking our boy Steve-O.
Put me down. He's just like fucking hanging from the fucking cliff. Hey,
I've got to go, bro. We should find that picture. We should find that picture.
How would you even find it? Is he on like? Hold on. Is he on Facebook?
Yeah, I think it's on Facebook.
I don't know. You could probably share your screen. I probably can't even share my screen.
You can. I just don't know how you do it. But hang on. Oh no, I don't fucking. I don't remember my password, and I've never logged into Facebook on this computer. I only do Facebook on my phone.
I used to get so sweaty, like my uniform used to like rot from the salt and the sweat. Like it would rot under here, and I could like one part just like pull it apart, and it was so nasty. And just like boots, socks, all that shit started rotting.
Dude, you remember like when you'd be out and it's so hot and you'd be drinking, but you weren't pissing, and then you fucking take your uniform off. And sometimes you got to wear a uniform 2-3 days. You get ready to put that thing on. You're like, dude, that thing smells like piss. Like I pissed through my skin.
Hey, what are you talking about right now? Where were you when this happened? You were wearing your uniform 2 or 3 days.
Huh? I was in fucking Bahrain and Kuwait.
Oh, it was hot there. Yeah, it was.
Kuwait, yeah, Kuwait. Bahrain, not so much because we had access to laundry and shit. But like Kuwait, Arif Jan and Ashweba and those places, like the Deepwater port.
Yeah, Iraq is no hotter than Lemoore, California. But then when you wear like 80 pounds of fucking gear and you're carrying like an M4 and basically all these rounds and all this shit, and it's like 80 to 85 pounds, full gear, full pads, everything, gloves, helmet, it gets a little bit hotter.
The plate, dude, the fucking the interceptor plates that you had to wear, the fucking everything about it's fucking heavy.
Yeah, we had to wear the side plates. We wore like the arm pads. We wore like the little crotch pad thing that I don't know what the fuck.
We had those, but we didn't use
I
the
know.
shoulder ones or the crotch one. We kept them. We had them, but we just didn't wear them.
Yeah. Jesus. I don't know. I'm on I don't know what kind of internet I got. I just got new internet. It's supposed to be fast, but apparently I'm just lagging the whole time. Mike, if you go on Steve's Facebook, there's some good pictures of him.
I'm gonna have to just hang on a second.
Dude.
Let me see if I.
There's 3 pictures of him. There's one that's like
spell-
perfect, Steve. Steve Ippolito. Now everybody's
What is it?
patting him. IPPO.
Holy shit! Like he's like one of the top searches.
No, it's like the second or third one. Put on a raincoat, an 80-pound duck, and do push-ups in a hot shower. That was pretty much it. It was just crazy, man. Like at 6 o'clock in the morning, it would already be 90 degrees. And you'd just be like, it would be ridiculous. And then you had to put all that shit on. And you just get tired out from just wearing that shit, just being in the sun. You'd be like exhausted. It's crazy, just the sun beating on you all day. Like, and I remember I fell asleep. We were doing like 24-hour missions. I fell asleep and like I was sleeping like this. And like this little area of your neck was just pulled with sweat. And I woke up and it like dripped down and I was like, that's so fucking gross.
I forget what we were doing. We fucking laid down. We had our helmets and I turned my helmet around. We were kind of in the shade and I used my helmet like a pillow. You know, when you turned it back and you kind of just lay in it. We had like 20 minutes and I sweat so much that like when I tipped my fucking helmet back up, there was fucking, I was like, what the fuck just ran down my fucking neck? I had sweat into the helmet.
Ugh, it's so gross. Are you gonna pull up his pictures?
I can't. They're not coming up, bro. I don't have Facebook. You're gonna have to fucking send them to me.
Hold on.
I don't Facebook. I hate fucking Facebook. The only time I go on Facebook is to find incriminating pictures of my friends. Like, oh look, this guy's an idiot. Look what he did.
I'll email it to you.
I think you can just share it. On the bottom, there should be a thing that says share.
Is that sharing my screen?
Yeah, you share. You can share that tab.
Okay.
And then I approve it, and I can put it up. What's Sean?
Hold on. I want to make sure there's nothing like incriminating on my fucking thing.
Bro.
Look at him. You see it?
Oh, that dude.
That's him. That's
Do you have the one? Do you have the one of
It's
him
not
up
on here. It's not on there. He's got like an army shirt. He's so funny, man. There he is.
This dude came in one time and he was late. And Paulie was like, he was out of breath and shit. And he's like, sorry I'm late, guys. And Paulie's like, yeah, it's me, Paulie. I'm a little bit late. I saw a girl and I went to talk to her. She got a little freaked out and screamed. So I decided I'm going to have to kill her. So I was chasing her through the woods. I got her in the toolbox of my truck right now. I'm going to have to go out and check on her, make sure she's actually dead, not unconscious. And I'm like he's doing this shit. And Paulie's in the bathroom. Steve's in the bathroom. He goes, what was that, Paulie? And he goes, oh, nothing.
He's like trying to catch his breath.
So he worked for me over, if you remember, over at 32nd Street, he worked for me. And you remember that electric bicycle he had that he would ride?
No.
He had an electric bicycle. He would ride it from Point Loma to 32nd Street. What are you doing?
For what?
You're fucking playing with your fucking neck.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just reading all the fucking comments.
It's the fucking, what is that? Is that the meth bugs? You fucking digging them out of your neck? You fucking.
I had a raccoon crawl in my sleeping bag for drum. Sounds pretty interesting.
I know a dude that was a sergeant and he got in big trouble because he was terrified of rats and he actually discharged his weapon in a camp training in Okinawa. Like he fired it he fucking shot a rat in the fucking campsite. He got in some big fucking trouble. The fuck are you doing?
Thinking about my sweat puddle. Yeah, you guys are triggering my. There it goes. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but did you guys see that fucking apparently you get a fire the first Cuomo, get the second Cuomo half price. They fucking fired both. They fired Cuomo from CNN.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk that mess.
That's not politics. That's just something funny because that dude's a douchebag. I'm not saying anything political. I'm just saying it's fucking funny that he got fired because he's a piece of shit. Did I ever eat river rat in Lemoore? No.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think when the last time I was in Lemoore. I'm
It's
very glad I caught
It's actually in Lemoore.
Up in Lemoore,
Yeah.
outside of LA. There's an air base up there. There's actually a great big so there's like a sonar tracking station where there's like dudes that just listen to everything that ships are tracking on sonar and they record it there. There's a huge big facility. They do that and stuff up there. But I mean, once you're outside of Lemoore, there's nothing in Lemoore really, except that big base up there. And it's an air station. So that's where the F-35s were while they were still secret. That's where they were at. They had them up in Lemoore before they announced they were out here. Before they made the project public as opposed to secret, top secret.
Yeah, for some reason in California they put bases mostly in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, like
Fort
29
Irwin?
Palms.
Fort Irwin is one of the worst. The way you have to go off the freeway and drive like 40 miles in.
I was gonna say Fort Irwin's really far. 29 Palms, and then there's a lot of training that's done out in Joshua Tree, out off the fucking northwest of Vegas, I guess. They have UFC fights. They have UFC fights there.
It's a sweaty shithole.
Wow, bro. Wow. I think he wants to be Little Spoon.
Havoc, you're fucking getting snippy tonight. Piece of shit. Get him. Let's just have a live. Let's get Havoc in here to sing and just have a good time.
I don't have that kind of fucking energy tonight. Here's the thing. When I am the adult supervision in any situation, bad things are afoot. Like that's like, who's in charge? Mike is. They're like, fuck. My parents.
Don't be so fucking sensitive, gate guard. I don't think I did gate guard duties until I joined the DOD. And I've been drinking. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Hey, Jesus. Hey, Mike, what do you think of the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive PM2, all three of them? Well, unless Spyderco found someone to make them for them, then I'm probably going to pass. Like if Spyderco was like, hey, these are the exclusive and we're going to have this company do them for us, I'd be like, I'll try one. But I'm pretty sure I know how those are going to end up. Like most of my sexual experiences. Badly. Disappointing at best.
Mike, do you remember your first blowjob?
I'm going to fucking... This is one of those ones that there is no good answer for. Like,
do you remember your first blowjob, Mike?
Yeah, sure I do, Paulie.
Who was the guy?
What was his name, right? I knew that was fucking coming.
Somebody call in artillery? How did it taste? Yeah,
How did it taste?
Was it by man? How did it taste? Yeah.
Kid walks into a bar and he's like, I need 8 shots of tequila. And the bartender's like, what? He's like, I need 8 shots of tequila, and throws him the money. Fucking kid just slams all of them. He goes, well, what do we celebrate? He's like, my first blowjob. He says, well, here's another one on the house. He's like, nah, I think 8 will get the taste out of my mouth.
Mike, where are most of your subscribers from? US or do you have some overseas?
I've got it varies. I've got some folks in Australia and Belarus, England. There's a couple guys in New Zealand, Tasmania.
That's interesting.
And then New York, of course. If you've ever been to Puerto Rico, no one is ever born in Puerto Rico. They were all born in New York. As a matter of fact, my buddy Quentin told me that he thought, because he was born and raised in Puerto Rico, And he's like, I was the only white guy in my school. And he was like, and I was the only one of them there that was born in Puerto Rico. He's like, I thought that New York was like, instead of the United States, I thought New York was like the country. And then all the other states were part of New York. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I never met anyone that was born in Puerto Rico. They were all born in New York.
I met one guy who was born in Puerto Rico in the army, and he would tell us tales about the chupacabra. And he swore the chupacabra was like a real thing. It was actually pretty entertaining.
I went to Roosevelt Roads for temporary assigned duty once. And I always thought I wanted to get stationed in Puerto Rico down at Roosevelt Roads. And I'm like, it's a beautiful area. And I was down there for like 2 weeks. And I was like, this is a fucking shithole. I was like,
Yeah,
fucking
great. Sinister, are you from Austin? Are you in Austin? And Havoc is asking if we can do fucked up jokes right now.
No.
I mean, if you want to get put on
I wanted to do a fucked up joke, I'd put one of your videos up.
Yeah. With arms wide open.
I'm sorry, Havoc. That wasn't nice.
No,
I mean, it's funny.
Why
But
don't you put him on timeout? You fucking put me on timeout like twice the other night.
Yeah, but he's not fucking doing anything really that is pushing the line of things. I'm actually saying worse shit than he is.
Yeah, born in Texas, been all over. I was stationed in Fort Hood. They called it the Great Place. I have no idea why.
Hey, okay? So I have a question for you because I've heard that Fort Hood because there's been so much stuff in the news about Fort Hood. Troops disappearing and shit. Somebody told me that's just been going on for years. Is it really that fucking bad?
I know they had a pretty big gang problem, drugs, shit like that. I mean,
on the base.
Yeah, all the fucking time. So
yeah. I think
it's more so getting more traction and reporting now because a lot of people thought that when we were in wars, that when people went missing, it was because they fucking took off because they didn't want to go fight the war. And so like a lot of that shit, they just let it go. Like they didn't really look for them. They put warrants out for their arrest, but they weren't really trying to look for them. And they always chalked it up to that. So there might be people who were just fucking missing, who actually legitimately went missing, but they were like, oh, this fucking guy didn't want to deploy or he didn't want to do this or that. Cause we were always deploying. And he ended up leaving and that person could have ended up fucking just disappearing and they never really did a full investigation. But now they're starting to realize like, hey, maybe, people are just disappearing because that's how it is. And I'm sure it's not just Fort Hood. I'm sure there's other fucking places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens. And your bases that are usually like the bigger bases, like it happens up at Pendleton. People just fucking disappear. But that place is huge. But I was just curious because like you see it now, like there's like, oh, that this guy's missing and this girl went missing. And it became that big thing when that female came up missing and then they found her body. And I never heard anything happen about it, but I was like, people were talking about all the shit that goes on there. And I was like,
yeah, they're all like that. Like there was shit there was like gang problems. There's drug problems like in Fort Hood. When my ex-wife was at Fort Irwin, they were investigating some dude who stole a bunch of AK-47s and like sold them back to like one of his buddies back in like Fresno. They had like a first sergeant and like a commander who were in like they were in like a motorcycle gang and they'd fucking go out and stab motherfuckers, like stab people and like got caught like at a bar and they stabbed a couple people and shit like that. This shit happens everywhere. So like people.
So you remember Ronnie Barrett, right? Loud ass fucking loudmouth Ronnie Barrett worked physical security.
No.
The loud ass black dude that was always in the building fucking talking with Rich Carpenter. I always talk like this, god damn it, like this. He was the
bald dude?
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah.
So Ronnie caught a dude that was selling ammo and optics and stuff from the armory at over at Coronado. Ronnie was there and saw this guy doing it, and Ronnie basically just decided that he was gonna fucking start doing his own surveillance operation. And he was like watching this guy do shit. He was selling shit out of the armory over at North Island. And Paulie caught him and took pictures and all this shit and basically did like a a whole fucking surveillance operation on this dude and turned him into NCIS. Like they showed up at this dude's house, like just fucking with all these pictures of him fucking because he was ordering like optics for the firearms and shit.
Yeah. And then he was selling them?
He was selling them, like he was selling them in the parking lot. Like he literally was selling them there. And he was taking ammo out to his car, like cases of ammo and shit, and writing it off as expended.
Yeah, Fort Hood. I was there 2007. It was shitty. It's probably worse now. I don't know. I think every military base. I mean, I would rather. I don't know. 29 Palm seems like it's out in the middle of nowhere. I would rather be at Camp Pendleton because I went to basic training at fucking Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, and
Fort Lost in the Woods. I went to a couple schools there. It's fucking horrible.
It was fucking cold there, man. It was.
Yeah, I went to the counter surveillance school there.
Was that for PhysSec or was that for something else?
Yeah, for PhysSec.
Seems like you can make a lot of money doing that job somewhere. Like,
yeah, they frown on you smoking weed though. So,
oh yeah.
Hang on a second. I was going to show you guys. My wife sent me a
Havoc.
picture.
We know the answer. We already know.
Oh, what the hell? Hang on. So, my wife sent me a picture of the. They walked out and we're up on the bridge. She's got a picture of the mountains and stuff over there. Yeah, Fort Drum is cold. Leonard Wood was cold. It wasn't horrible cold, but it was cold in the winter.
It got cold. I mean, we were outside all the fucking time because we were there for training, but it was nasty. Just like being outside all day, like at the range, and then fucking sitting in a cattle truck for like fucking 2 hours waiting to move and not telling you where to go.
Windy too.
That's what they do. Yeah,
fucking windy as shit the entire time I was there.
They do that fucking form of torture, like kind of torture where they like make you stand outside of the position of attention for 2 fucking hours. They don't tell you when they're coming out.
Yeah.
It's just fucking like it seemed like so fucking childish. I guess it makes sense in their own fucking way, but like it was just so dumb.
We had I went to boot camp in Great Lakes in the summer, and you're fucking there. You know what it's like. It's hot. It's nasty and sticky, and you're right on the lake.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we had a kid, like the fucking first week we were there, we were in formation outside of the fucking galley, and they had these big fucking squirrels, and they weren't scared of anybody. They fucking come up right next to you. This motherfucker reached down. He got sent back. He never graduated with us. I don't know. He wasn't very smart. He reached down and grabbed this squirrel, and this squirrel just bit the fuck out of his hand. And I'm like, let go. And he's like, ah! They just kept biting. It must have bit him like 8 or 9 times. And he just kept holding it. I was like, throw the fucking thing.
You get like rabies or like, what do you get from that?
I don't know. But he came back. He came back later that day. His hand was all bandaged up and fucking like every time our company commander would walk by, he'd look at him and he'd be like, fucking like a week later, he was fucking gone. Like they fucking asthma'd that fucking dude.
Havoc needs a hug. Havoc, do you want a hug?
Well, you guys, I'm at work and I have to get back to work.
Where do you work at, Jesus?
It's fucking like he's got to get back, bro.
Already there, Jesus. Wait, Aiden, you're at work right now? That's legit, dude. You got a good job.
I wonder if they work together. Like, I'm already there. I'll see you. I'm coming around the corner.
He's giving him his break.
What was this? Oh, I already saw that one. Mike, you said too much, Paulie. You ain't far behind. I don't even know what we're talking about. But no, the only time I ever went to Fort Hood was they had a kid. So we had a reserve unit that we were responsible for. So I would have to go to El Paso for training. We all went out there. We did training. I was doing crew serve weapons training, like maintenance and cleaning and assembly and all that shit, just the general maintenance and inspection thing. And so one of the kids that was there, he was on his annual training. He was on his AT. He got hurt pretty bad. And they were going to take him to the local hospital because there's just a reserve station out there. And they were like, no, he's on. They had to take him all the way to Fort Hood. And I remember it was pretty far. Like, it was a pretty far drive. I don't remember how far it was.
To Fort Hood?
No. From El Paso to Fort Hood in Texas.
That's a pretty far fucking drive. It's like 8 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think I slept most of it. I was in the back because I had been up all night getting there. And then this kid got hurt the first day. And we went all the way out to Fort Hood for some reason. And the post, like, their reserve commander was an idiot. Like, he was literally like this guy worked all week at the fucking, like, the greeter at fucking Walmart. And then, like, fucking 1 month a year, he's a fucking, like, a captain or a fucking colonel or some shit.
Yeah, dude, these guys, like, they're fucking pizza delivery guys, and they fucking go to the National Guard and they become a lieutenant colonel. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and we had to, and I mean, what am I gonna do? He's fucking at that moment, he's a fucking active duty officer. He's on AT. He's active right now, and I'm like, you fucking idiot. He's like, oh no, you got to take him to Fort Hood, and I'm like,
all right, can we take him anywhere else? Like, what the fuck we got?
Fucking idea how there's fucking TRICARE clinics around here. I'm fucking sure. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Did I ever check out those hovercraft deals? Yeah, I've ridden in there.
What's love got to do with it? Is that her?
Shane did basic at San Diego.
For what? Who the fuck is basic training in San Diego?
Navy has basic training, and so do Marines. We both had them.
Shit.
You know over where they built that big shopping mall over there at Liberty Station?
Yeah.
That used to be the boot camp. It was
really?
there. It was still there when I joined. My buddy and I were supposed to go, but my follow-on school was in Great Lakes and his follow-on school was in Florida. So he went to Florida, and our other buddy, Steve, that joined with us, we're all in the buddy program. We're supposed to stay together. And they're like, yeah, but we're not doing that. They split us all up.
Too. No, they do this shit on purpose. They do that to me and my buddy too. They sent him at a different time than me. And then like we fucking, he said something about it, complained about it. And they said they were going to fix it. But then they were like, well, do you want to like get recycled through and start over 4 weeks? And I was like, no, I'll pass. I ended up in Germany. He ended up in like Fort Sill, Oklahoma. So kind of worked out for me.
Well, we were all supposed, like I said, we all were supposed to go to boot camp together. And then if possible, go to our first duty station together. And it just, when we went in and we picked our jobs that we were going to get, like guaranteed schools, the Marines call it MOS. I don't know what the Army calls it.
Yeah.
MOS.
Yeah.
But so it wound up that our schools were like Mikey's school was in Florida, Stevie's school was out here in California, and mine was in Great Lakes. And they're like, yeah, you boys are going to a different boot camp. I was like,
yeah, that's how they do it. USS Princeton, was that the ship that caught on fire when we were there? You remember there's a ship on Naval Base San Diego that caught on fire?
Are you talking about the one recently? That was
back when I worked there. Fuck, I haven't worked there in so long.
Oh, bro, no, there was another one here not too long ago that there was like ash and smoke at my house. I was wearing my fucking respirator at the house.
Wow.
I forget. I remember there was a fire.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah, I remember because they sent out that emergency alert and all that shit.
Richardson was telling me about 33 Alpha with Stewart. Like he tells me that story occasionally. No, like that's a fucked up story.
Oh, fuck. Did I tell you? Did you hear that Stewart had a heart attack and passed away?
Yeah, he died on the post.
Yeah. Or is that what you're telling me about?
Yeah, he was telling me that story. He was telling me like how, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but how they were trying to pick him up and it was just like almost completely useless. I mean, it was just, I was like, what a nightmare, dude. He hated that job so much. And he was talking about how like him and his wife had this big fucking argument. Is that the guy with the voice modulator?
Yeah, it is.
Bring him on here. That voice fucking turns me on really good. I fucking love it. I want to hear your regular voice because I don't like my voice. I want to hear your regular fucking high-pitched voice. And I want to hear that sexy, smooth, soul jazz voice you fucking got. What's going on here?
I'm sending you.
Mike asked like 14 people to be on the podcast who all know about knives. And then he was like, fuck, no one wants to be on. So then he asked me, and I don't know anything.
Fucking here comes Cole. I'm sending it. Well, I don't know if he can come, but first one to pop up. First email address that pops up.
Who'd you send it to?
I sent it to fucking Mr. Voice Modulator.
What's his actual name?
Cole.
Cole.
Kole, not like
He's
not
so
like,
fucking. He's so fucking witty and sexy with that voice too. It's just so fitting.
what is this? Tri-State EDC gonna lose my shit on the mail guy. What happened, Shane?
Shane, you look like a badass with your arms folded right there. The American flag in the back.
You can see that shit?
Fuck yeah, I can see that shit.
I need my reading glasses.
No, I got dual screens, so I got like 20 fucking 4-inch monitors. You don't have me on, but you have some.
You can be hurt all you want. I just don't
No,
need too many crazy people.
Yeah, Shane, we're gonna pray for you.
Yeah, I know.
We're definitely gonna pray for you. That always helps. Like, I don't pray for important things. I just pray for, like, my dog's sick, make sure she's okay. For no rain. Those are the things that fucking matter. Shane, I thought that was Havoc. I was just like, the fucking the demons inside of me from the war were just fucking building up. I was waiting for. I was like, Havoc, one more fucking thing.
You say one more thing.
Shane get away with it because he looks like a fucking 1990s cop in his fucking default picture there. He's beautiful, nice and bald, arms folded in front of the American flag. He's living the American dream.
Whoo. Cole, I sent you a link, bud. I don't know.
Havoc and I
can't have you both on. Like, I could have Havoc
cousins. We're blood brothers to the end.
No, you guys sound like your parents married their first cousins. That's what you sound like. I'm not saying you are first cousins.
Yep.
So I don't know if Cole's coming or not.
Can we talk about the voice? Like the how much I gotta ask him? How much was one of those things? And I want to hear that actual voice without it.
I bet it's not cheap.
It's probably
not. I imagine it's really.
I actually looked and I was like, I don't know which one would actually be good. I'm just curious. If you did a solo,
if you want to do it, if you're gonna do it for lives, that's one thing. But you can actually do it in iMovie.
Can you?
Yeah.
With your voiceovers?
Yeah. So when you go into, I'll FaceTime you sometime and I'll show you, but you can go into your filters for your clip and change the audio. You can well, maybe not on your phone. I know I can do it on my laptop.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it on the phone.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta get a fucking Mac and just do it on there.
You said that and all I can think of, the song Return to the Mac just popped into my head.
That's something that fucking Havoc was singing.
Was it? I don't know, but you said it, and all I could think of was that song.
The songs. I looked through all of his videos. I don't know half the songs he's fucking singing.
There's 4 of them. He has 4. You you make it sound like you went through a major thing. You went through 4 videos.
Havoc, you gotta get a better camera or some lighting or something. Get close up of that beautiful face of yours while you're singing.
No.
Yes, look at that dick duster. Look at that dick duster. It's beautiful.
I'm sorry, dick duster?
Voice, dude. That shit is unbelievable. You sound
welcome to getting to meet my friend Paulie.
Yeah, what's up, Paulie? How you doing, man?
Up, man?
It's a pleasure. You tickled my ego just enough to get me out of bed. Just enough.
Out of bed?
I was in bed, man. It's 11:40 here. I'm an old man.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What were you born 60? What the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
I eat breakfast at 2:00 in the morning, and I eat lunch
Where's my breakfast?
Dinner time's around 3, and then I'm in bed before the news is over.
Where's my breakfast?
He is kind of pretty.
Damn, she's pretty. Oh, damn, he's pretty. I don't have my reading glasses on. I can't fucking see.
You got to dig those puppies
that
out.
Fucker's gender.
Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah, we can do that here.
Shame.
We can do that.
This
shame.
is a community.
You're canceled. Cancel.
Shame.
Shane.
So I just hopped in. What's going on? What's everybody?
I was
just hanging out, talking barbecue.
Yeah. Well, I had a guest scheduled. and their wife got sick. And then I called Bob Terzuola, and he said, I would love to, but I have dinner with friends tonight. And I was like, well,
friends.
Well, dinner
friends.
With friends.
We don't have friends. None of us have friends.
I left a word out of there. Like sometimes my brain moves faster than I can communicate it.
I know it. I know the
Bob
feeling,
Terzuola told me that he was having dinner with friends and couldn't. He would love to, but he might be on at a later date.
Yeah, an undisclosed dime and location. Got it.
Yeah.
So I really came on here to do this.
So that's the voice changer's off now. Should be off.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah.
Paulie.
That's my regular voice.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, this is my regular voice.
Dude, when you had it on the other time when you had it on, I really thought that was your when you had like the deep voice on. I thought that was your real fucking voice. I was like, man, this guy's voice sounds so fucking nice.
Well,
if only.
Cole without the voice changer, Nick Shabazz without the Shabazz, and me without my hat. That's all the same thing. It looks like somebody. It looks like somebody you know, but it's just not. There's something missing. Just not quite right.
Anorexic Ron Jeremy, what's up, Marcos? How you doing, man? That's me. Well, let me zoom out. You can't see all of me, but he's not wrong.
I have seen you. I think we were setting up for the live feed, and you walked backwards. I was like, Jesus Christ!
I'm about that big around. I'm about that big around.
Like a tool you'd use to get a football out of a storm drain.
Yeah, I'm built like a torque wrench. That's what my dad always said.
Oh, so I have to tell you, somebody said something about we were talking about you, and they were like, I was like, he's from Cincinnati, of course. Like, it's a bad place. I was like, it's a pretty fucked up place. And they're like, how bad could it be? It's in Ohio, and I was like,
it's not that bad anymore.
Well, but I was like, no, you don't know. And he goes, no, it's Ohio. There's no places that are that fucked up in Ohio. I was like, okay,
Cleveland,
I want
Columbus.
you to think about the fact. I want you to think about the fact that Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, for a hot minute. There was another comedian who is currently the mayor of Hillsborough. He has been for like 20 years. I forget his name. He's always on the Bob and Tom show. I forget his name.
But people are like,
no, he's always on. What's the Sirius XM guy? Help. The Weasley Jewish dude. Always has strippers on and shit.
Howard Stern.
Oh,
Howard Stern. Thank you. Yeah, he's on Howard Stern all the time. But he's the mayor of Hillsborough, Ohio. He's a comedian.
You know what? With your voice changer off, the Ohio comes through so much clearer. It's like,
well, I turned it back on.
I know, with the voice changer, almost like kind of removes your accent. Like,
yeah. So this is my good white boy voice, and then this
is me I'm from Ohio, man. What's going on? What are you doing up there?
Oh,
I gotta get my old change done.
Buddy Paulie.
Shit. Load of bullshit, man.
Man, we had to put the door back on because it's all cattywampus. The hinges was out of sync, and we had to make some things.
Murky's not wrong, man. I was raised. I mean, I told the story. My dad shooting a stainless steel bowl out of a tree with a shotgun. So I mean, yeah, I was raised. I was raised out there in the sticks, buddy. We could get away with shit like that.
Oh yeah, I was just saying. Oh, hey, he wanted to know how much your voice changer costs.
It's
how
free.
Much are they?
It's free.
How is it free?
It's a software. It's computer software.
Oh, okay.
It's called Clownfish. It's honestly, it's pretty impressive piece of equipment for free. They do like weekly updates. It's all like crowdsourced. It's cool.
There you go, Paulie. Not going to be on long. Just stop by to say hi. That's what I say when I set these feeds up and start. Not going to be a long time. It's like 3 hours later, me and
that's
Cole
what I fucking that's what I tell him. I'm like, oh, I'll come on for an hour, and it'll be like 2 a.m. 4.5 hours later. I'm like, all right, I really gotta go to bed, man.
Hey, so while you're here, and Paulie, I might throw you in. I don't know. You might be able to come in. I was talking with Javon and
old Javon, good man, sweet man.
Javon on Wednesday or Monday. How about we do on New Year's? We get, because I'm on the West Coast, we can get Jody, Big Red EDC, and Zach if
we
they
can all
want.
celebrate the New Year's like
we'll
4 times.
just do it. I was going to invite everyone to here, and then we could just do it starting at like 11 o'clock your time, and then just hang out until midnight my time. That's like 4 hours.
Sheesh. I'll have to run that one by the wife, man.
I don't have to. Mine's not even in the country right now.
Must be nice.
And Paulie's just Paulie, so his left.
Well, yeah, no. She threatened to leave me when I shaved the mustache.
Paulie's wife?
No, yeah, Paulie's wife. She threatened to leave.
Jesus. If you stood next to
she's a wild one.
Paulie's ex-wife, you guys would look like the number 10.
Wait, you're telling me she's shaped like a donut? Wait a minute.
She looks like Mickey Rourke after Mickey Rourke.
Is she
after
missing
his
a
face
part of her
surgery.
torso? Does she have a hole through her stomach?
She looks like Mickey Rourke after the face surgery. When he really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did a number on himself. Yeah.
After all the boxing.
Havoc, we don't want you to do it. Like, don't tell us you want to. We don't want you to.
No, Havoc, here's the thing. We want to have fun.
Yeah. We don't want to hear shitty stories.
Damn, it goes from
I'll have her home by 9 to she calls me daddy too with that voice modulator.
Thank you. I can't
oh man. Speaking of the voice changer, I don't know if you guys saw the 24-hour live stream. I know you didn't stay for all of it, but my wife came in with the cat. My wife made an appearance at the end of that.
Oh yeah, no, I did. I was commenting. Yeah. Didn't you see me comment? And I was like, it's so weird. Your wife with the. I was like,
with the voice changer, yeah. And I didn't think about it at the time, and then like we watched it later, and she's like, "You really did me dirty with that voice changer." She comes in looking all prettied up with the cat, and she's like, "Oh hey babe, what's going on?" Oh,
well, I saw Nap Sergeant's face when she started talking, and I was like, I almost fell off my chair. I was like laughing so hard because she started talking, and you saw his eyes go.
Yeah. So we turned it off for like the last 20 minutes of that stream, the voice changer.
Yeah, I definitely.
That was her first appearance in person on my channel, and she sounds like fucking middle-aged man. It was pretty funny.
I was trying to send my daughter. A link, and then I thought better of it. I was like, "Oh, get my daughter to come on." I was like, "Fucking Paulie's here. What the fuck am I thinking?" That's
bad news. Paulie's trouble.
I mean,
I can just tell.
So,
but I heard he makes mean brisket, so I don't know.
Are you following him on? Are you following his YouTube channel? It's Purple Heart Barbecue.
Easy enough. Easy enough.
If you guys aren't following Paulie, you should. Paulie, you get your TikTok too, right?
Yeah, for some reason, yeah, TikTok's up. That's a lot easier to make videos on there than it is on fucking YouTube. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I struggle with the short format. I like that long format. Yeah. I'm a Ken Burns kind of guy. You know what I mean?
you can upload like 20 clips and it'll like just edit it to like a song and just do everything for you.
You can post up multiples and it'll just track them together so that
just time everything out.
I know, but I'm a glutton for punishment and I'm a perfectionist, so everything has to be to my standards.
Well, if you saw the reel that I put up, that coffee pot that I got as a gift on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you look, like if I spent so much time, I found music and put it in a fashion where if you watch the timer on that, it's synced to the music.
Yeah. Yep. There's an app called CapCut on smartphones that literally does it all for you. That's what I use for my TikTok stuff.
I didn't have that. I was on fucking Instagram. I was just fucking dragging the music back and forth until I fucking got just that spot that I wanted it.
What do you Cole, what do you post on TikTok? Just like knife videos?
Yeah, knife stuff.
How do you get around that? Because I heard that if you even open it,
it's so stupid. I tend to just I'll try to send a request to reverse their decision, and if they say no, I'll just keep reposting the same video like 4 days in a row, and eventually they'll say, "All right, fuck it," and they'll leave it alone.
And then
that's what I've been doing.
They're like, "You've no longer
canceling." Yeah. Hasn't happened yet, but I will literally just repost it the next day when they take it down, and the exact same video, and for whatever reason they'll leave it up. I don't know. But I've had better luck with reels as far as like getting people's eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything. TikTok does not. Their algorithm is not kind to us knife folks at all.
Do you do any like YouTube shorts?
Yeah, I've been trying to do more of them. I've been so busy trying to keep up with the YouTube content that I have not had time to,
YouTube Shorts is pretty good. I've actually really seen a big increase in subscribers because what I started doing was I'll pick.
Yeah,
one
Shorts is
video.
great, dude. There's like no algorithm. It's just like everyone can see it. It's pretty
I'll
awesome.
pick whatever
right now.
One of the videos that I filmed throughout the week. I think if the knife, whatever knife is going to be the most striking in a short form video, like a 15-second video, I'll do a YouTube short of that and post it up with the caption. Review video goes up and then hashtag shorts, hashtag knife life.
Mike, I told you that one short I posted got like 37,000 views like in a couple of days.
Are you in a real room or is that a green screen effect? Is that a real room that you're sitting in?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're all real rooms.
This is like my office, like where I work at. Like I just have this is like my desk. It's just like a L-shaped desk.
The back it looks like a drawing. It doesn't. Yeah, okay. The blur effect makes it look like a drawing, like you're sitting in a painting or some shit. It really freaked me out.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, there is worse shit on TikTok that goes unnoticed. Like a couple hours ago, I saw a video and I was like, it was like a dog getting eaten by an alligator, and I was like, why the fuck is
holy
this
shit? Yeah, why? Yeah, and then like they'll take down somebody opening a knife, but they'll like there are dudes on there like taking out a tank in their backyard with a bazooka. Like that's fine. Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, dude unloading
I've seen some pretty repugnant shit on TikTok that I'm like, wait, I can't post a picture of a video of me doing this with a knife, and they're allowed to put this fucking midget and a fat chick and a donkey and all that
just
shit
fucking like a choo-choo train. It's wild.
So,
I don't get it.
Cole, have you got to see one of these?
No, what the fuck is that?
Okay, so it's cool looking, right? Watch this. Look at the blade stock thickness on that puppy.
Dude, what is that, 1/4 inch? What the fuck is that?
It is 1/4 inch.
Damn. That's not blade stock. That's just like a steel blank. Like that's not.
It's like we need a bumper off a Buick over here.
Yeah, I need an '87 Buick bumper. See if you can find one on eBay.
You have to go to Zanesville or Coshocton, Ohio, to find those.
Yes, Hillsboro has some good ones.
You're going to find an '80 Buick because it's still the '80s in Coshocton and Zanesville.
Look at this comment section. Your fucking fans are just the rudest people.
Todd Carr, what's up, man?
What they're putting up.
Canned meat and ketchup.
I'm a Stubbs man personally when it comes to barbecue sauce.
I'd say Sweet Baby Ray's is probably my choice.
Oh, all right, get out of here, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm a Stubbs man.
Every time I do a video, I usually have like a bottle in the back.
Sweet Baby Ray's? Oh, we're talking. Sweet Baby Ray's. Time to put some Sweet Baby Ray's on. That video kills.
I'm trying to think
which. Fucking insane.
He's an actual robot. I'm convinced.
Somebody made a barbecue sauce. It's in like a little whiskey flask or some shit. That's the one
I don't know. Stubbs is all I know is Stubbs is a sweet, beautiful black man, and he makes a hell of a sauce. Let me tell you,
he's a beautiful black man.
Hang on, I got it.
That sauce is so fucking good. I could drink it. I could. I am a full-blown Stubbs man. That or like, there's some local barbecue joints here that do their own in-house barbecue sauce that is to fucking die for. It's just too expensive.
Where are you? Like what?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Rufus Teague.
Sauce.
This shit, yeah, Rufus Teague makes some sauce, and he did a good goddamn job of it because this shit's good.
Will it get me drunk?
It's really thick. You have to if you want to use it, like you have to put it in like hot water.
Like old honey. You have to warm it up.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Like there is no.
Look at that. Shane knows. Stubbs has that low carb sauce.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I need all the carbs and all the calories I can possibly get in my body, or I'll disappear altogether. What's up, Marcos?
We had a guy that I worked with, and he was skinny like you, and his wife was so big when she would get out of their little Toyota, like it would like. Nyeh. She looked like a Hungarian power lifter. I'm like, that bitch doesn't let him eat.
She looked like the door.
Can't say I've ever seen a Hungarian power lifter, and I'm really afraid to Google it right now. So.
Here, let me hook you up.
She looked like she worked valet at the Cheesecake Factory.
Nice. Nice. No, she was on dish duty. She was emptying the plates before she washed them. Fuck Cheesecake Factory, by the way.
Why?
Why?
It's just so expensive, and they have like 1,000 things on their menu, and none of it's good. It's overpriced for what it is. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's dog shit.
fair enough.
I was gonna say one of the only bad meals we've had out here in San Diego was at the Cheesecake Factory down in.
Yeah, my thing is, you put 800 items on a menu, and none of it's going to be mind blowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be fine. But I'm not paying $40 for fine. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it.
Well, I didn't find a Hungarian power lifter, but I found a New Zealand power lifter.
Oh, please do share.
Oh,
with
it's
the
that
glass.
trans one. Never mind. It's the,
Does she have a bulge?
but here's the thing. Like, in all honesty, there's not that big a difference between what this dude's wife looked like. We were the ship was pulling in one time, and we were setting everything up, and we could see the pier really far away. And I was out there with this warrant officer, the ship's bosun, and he's up there, and he comes up and he goes, "Hey, look, they're putting a Coke machine on the pier. It's about fucking time." Big old Filipino dude. And he's like looking at it, and he's like, "You see on the pier, the big red thing?" And I'm looking, and it's moving, and I was like, "Man, they're just putting it in. They're just putting it in." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." As we got closer, he goes, "Ah, fuck, that's Doc's wife."
Oh, brutal. Brutal.
She was a dependoponymous, I'm telling you. Who we got
Bug
going on here?
workout? I have not seen bug workout, Samurai Warrior. Should I look up bug workout?
Can I look that up on my phone?
I don't know. There's stuff that people post in here, and I look at it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm never looking that up.
It seems the only account posting it is the name's in Russian. What the fuck? It's some kinky ass shit, dude.
Is it on TikTok?
What the fuck? Dude, this is just an excuse to show this woman's camel toe. That's all this is.
Is this going to be basically? Is this turned into us reacting to things that my fucking subscribers are sending?
It's literally just an excuse to show this Russian broad's ass in leggings.
The guy's got like 13 million fucking subscribers, so
Russian site, bad sign. I agree, Avic. I agree.
All right.
See, my TikTok feed is full of just like comedians and like engineers and like how it's made kind of stuff.
Who's some of your favorite comedians over there?
What is it?
Segura, Tom Segura. I love Tom.
Yeah, I saw
He's
him.
one of my favorites.
I saw him out here a couple years ago.
I saw him here a couple years ago, right before the pandemic.
Yeah, he was probably one of my favorites. I saw Bill Burr out here.
Bill Burr's an animal. Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's all this is. It's just a fucking excuse to show off her hoo-ha in yoga.
It's all it is.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna I'm following.
Samurai Warrior, there's a great website you should check out if you're into that kind of thing. It's called Pornhub. It's free, and they show everything. It's just an option.
I'm not gonna lie.
Keep it in mind.
I miss the wife and kid, but I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of cool to have fucking porn on the big TV.
It is. It's nice. My wife's watching the. I'll be honest with you. My wife's not here. So yeah, put her on 4K on the 60-inch in the bedroom, baby. It's great. Surround sound. The surround sound. Yeah, I got the 7.1 Dolby Atmos surround sound porn going on in there.
Do you watch the porn where they're wearing kimonos and just stick their little dick through the hole? That's not my.
But yeah.
Okay, so Paulie likes to make hilarious references to my wife being Japanese. Like, I want to see the video of you wearing your kimono for your wedding.
It's real short. It's real short. It's like a short skirt kimono.
I wore a kimono for a wedding. I had a traditional Japanese wedding.
That's hot. My wife's got a silk one in there I can throw on for you real quick. Give you a little twirl. I'm sure Shane would be all over that.
Tuck it back. Too.
I gotta tape it back.
This live feed has went off the rails so poorly.
You invited me. I don't know what you expected, man.
It's electric now. It's electric.
Havoc. I have a milking table. I like to break out once in a while.
Now,
oh boy,
having some time out. That one I had to take down.
Wait, what did he say? I just saw I have a milking table.
I know. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
He goes, I have a milking table I like to bust out every once in a while, is all he said.
Yeah, I believe it. You've seen his YouTube.
We have. And it was like, he sent me a link to it, and I was like, oh no, I'm not. There's no way I'm bringing Havoc on. I can't. Not together. Not with Paulie. Not these two. I mean, at least
we'd break the internet.
I can wrangle you in somewhat. Paulie's an unknown entity. You bring fucking Havoc in, and we'd be screwed. It would be ugly.
It would be havoc. Pardon the pun.
Exactly. Pardon the pun. So, did you get anything new in that you're doing videos on?
I did. I bought another Evo Typhoon. I bought the Micro Evo Typhoon.
The micro.
The black and the carbon fiber. It's just so pretty.
How many did Brian do this time?
I bought this on the secondary.
Oh, did you?
The clip point. This one's from a hot minute ago. But I have the full size clip point in my Carta, and I just love that knife. So good price on that. I said, I'll take it. Me, please. Before I was rudely interrupted by your live stream, I was finishing up writing my review on the Vero Axon, and the Biblio.
You know what?
Oath and brass.
Can you put the Vero back up?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm not.
Oh, yes, sir. I can.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Or what do you guys do with those knives?
We play with them. They're like toys.
Most of the knives you see on my channel, I'm just reviewing. So I do some cut tests. I'll cut up cardboard and anything that I've got like knife. But like this is what I carry. Like after hour, like if I'm gonna do stuff around the house, this is the knife I'm carrying. I'm using this. But it's just basically what I do is I do the videos so that like other people, before you spend money on something, because a lot of times
first thing you do is you go to YouTube. That's what I've always done.
Yeah. What's this? How's this knife? Like this guy's reviews, I can usually trust that he's going to give me the lowdown. Like, how's this deal? So, I mean, when I first started, I was doing knives that I had, and I would do videos about like use and things like that. But now it's gotten to where I literally have got probably $30,000, $40,000 worth of other people's knives here.
Right.
Like literally, you guys got to see this.
Where'd it go?
Don't tell me what I have to do.
Are you like sharpening them, or are you just reviewing them?
Well, these are in for sharpening, because there's not a lot of people that would be comfortable sharpening some of these. So this guy was happy to send them to me, because like that.
Is that a Todd bag? What is that?
Well, hang on a second. That's checkered zirconium, Timascus, zirconium cracked ice finish on this Todd bag with a full mirror polish.
His knives are fucking insane looking. I feel like the Chinese, like, like flea market manufacturers, that's what they see, and they're like, oh, that's the knife we make, just like that. It literally looks like something I would pick up at a flea market. No offense to the person that bought that, or to Todd Begg, he's a fucking genius. But it just, I'm not into it, because I would be afraid to use it.
I got a full custom Turpin.
Also a flea market knife to me.
Okay, but the next one,
they're insane. Yeah. I'm not going to take away from the design prowess and the manufacturing prowess.
But then there's this one,
not for
which
me.
Is Westinghouse micarta, zirconium, and Damascus
flea market knife.
If it's a fucking like $5,000.
I know. But it's like the more expensive you get, it just takes me right back to the halls of the flea market, dude.
Right? But I mean, like the blank for this steel costs more than fucking
right.
The piece of metal he used to make that blade it costs more than.
Do people try to sell like replicas of those?
Huh?
Like
no, stuff like that. No.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can see where the Zerk and the Westinghouse meet. You can't even feel it. Like, sometimes you're like, oh, you can't feel it. No, you can't. It's like it's one fucking piece.
Yeah.
And
that's a labor of love pulling something like that off.
That's all hidden hardware.
Yep. I was about to ask, where's the hardware? Where are the screws at?
And then inside, he's got all kinds of milling work, like the tooling. You can't even like shit that you wouldn't even see, but he's done all that tooling. Like the knives that they make up there in New Philadelphia, the kitchen knives.
Oh, Dover, the ones in Dover are Werther.
Yeah, Werther. You know that pattern it's on them? That's inside the scales of this knife.
Yeah,
it's down in.
Yeah, it's overkill.
Yeah,
but you get what you pay for.
There, but it is
right. So,
yeah, no, they
insane.
Stupid. And I have the XL version of this here that I already did sharpen for him.
My thing is there a scratch on any one of those knives? Like, do they show any signs of use?
Yeah.
Really?
The great big one, the great big XL. You
froze.
He straps
Okay,
that pocket clip all up. He carries it.
No shit. Okay,
Yeah, hang on. Like I'm like, how the? Now I know that like some people carry large knives, but when you're
What's up, Cue Ball? I just saw you come in, man. What's going on, brother?
When you have a folding knife that is large enough, it requires a box like this to send it.
It's a folder
because it came in this. I had no idea how big the XLs were.
Unsheath thine sword. Why? Why? It looks outrageous. It's outrageous, dude.
But he carries it. Look at the pocket clip.
But how much does it weigh in pounds, please?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is surprising that this thing does not weigh very much at all. Like it is. I'm like, how the fuck? So,
are we sure?
Yeah, let me weigh it.
Like this brass Vero is a heavy piece, and this is probably like my maximum for weight.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's heavy.
What are my cats doing? What are you two doing?
It's heavy. Don't get me wrong, Cole. It's heavy, but it's not heavy like, oh my God. So
my two male cats are trying to fuck, I think. I don't know what the hell's going on around here. Sorry.
Cincinnati, who knows?
Goddamn gay street cats.
Okay, it's 12. It's 12 and 5/8 ounces, but it's not like
right. Okay, so just shy of a pound. I'm impressed.
But I'm telling you, it doesn't like you look at it, you're like, it should be heavier than that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was gonna guess like maybe 1 1/4. Seriously.
It definitely looks like it's what is that in grams? Let's go ahead and do that for everyone that doesn't use freedom units, because I do have
Can't be bothered.
I have a Todd car.
Freedom units. Beep, beep, beep. What are you weighing drugs over there? What's going on over there?
363 grams. I think the last knife I did was 104.
I need to get a little weed scale.
But like I like to say, just because Nick Shabazz certified this doesn't mean that it's a very accurate scale.
Right. You know, $10 on Amazon. That flea market special, Adon says. Yeah, dude, that's 100% something I'd be like, as 12-year-old me would be like, holy shit, I want one. Mom, Dad, I want one.
Look at the edge. Look at the edge I put on that for him.
Ridiculous. How do you sharpen your recurves?
I just use a half inch. I just use a half-inch stone and put it in the palm of my hand.
Oh, have it.
It's just real narrow.
No love for dairy farmers in here. Oh boy, the Sibian. Now we're getting into Howard Stern territory, man.
Jesus Christ!
Is this the Howard Stern show? Longtime viewer, first time caller.
You say, you know what I watched last night? I watched Grosse Point Blank, and you know where the one dude that does all the voices for the Simpsons, the guy that does all, so he's one of the government agents, and he calls in and he goes, "Hi, yeah, first time caller, long time listener." You said that, and I was like, "Fuck, I just watched that movie last night." I've been hitting.
Oh hey, eggs and ham. What's up, man?
Oh,
what's
hey,
going
Paul.
on, dog? Oh hey, oh hey, oh hi, Mark.
Havoc, why don't you do a live stream and Mike and I will come on there?
There you go, problem solved.
Don't be fucking making promises that you can't make.
I'll definitely go on.
I want to barbecue, grill out like Facebook CEO style live stream from you. I want a Zuckerberg live stream where it's just you talking about Sweet Baby Ray's for 4 hours.
I could do that.
Is that we got a little Strider action there?
Yeah, and you
I gotta
can
tell you.
You can tell it's a real Strider because it's got a lot of fucking lock stick.
Yeah. it takes every ounce of muscle in your thumb to get it broken aside. Yeah.
I was at a shop here in San Diego, and I was looking for the purveyor of said establishment. And I was like, hey,
I need to speak to the purveyor of this establishment, please.
And I was like, well, I don't want to go throwing his name out there because I don't know if he wants to.
Let's call him Billy.
So at any rate, I asked for him, and they're like, "Oh, he's not here." I was like, "Where'd he go?" And he's like, "Oh, he had to go up to Strider's. He had to go up to because he's local. He's not that far from here." He said he had to go up because we had a guy come in and take a look at one of the Striders, and when he opened it, the lock stick was so bad nobody could get it. He said we even wrapped a screwdriver,
yeah,
trying to pop it loose. I was like,
damn,
good God.
Because he doesn't use. Does he? He doesn't use an insert, does he?
No.
No.
Most of them have some stick. The one that I got from him at the show that time had none, and that was the big joke because I walked up to Mick Strider.
Like this, is this a clone?
A counterfeit? He's like, "What the
Is this
fuck
a clone?
did you just ask me?" I was like, "There's no lock stick," and he goes, "Oh, I fucking forgot you did that video, Mike."
What is Stacy doing that everybody's telling her to be
There's
careful?
a fucking tornado where she's at, and the sirens are.
Oh, holy shit! That's fun.
Yeah,
It's
you're
been
from Ohio.
shitstorming here all day.
I was like, "That's an
Yeah,
Ohio
same
thing."
here. I think Cole, you're about like 4 hours or so away from me.
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm like northern Illinois, just north of Chicago.
Yeah, like 4.5,
Yeah.
4.5, 5 hours.
I think it used to be 8 for me, 6 or 8. It depended on whether I stopped in 8 when I was driving home from the base up there at Great Lakes.
Yeah. If I'm cruising, if I set cruise at 90, 95, I can get there in like 4.5 to Chicago anyway.
Yeah.
But why would you go to fucking Chicago?
What do you mean? It's a cool town.
No,
I
it's
mean-
not. It's a shithole.
They got great food.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, is Ed DeBevick's still there near the train station? That's that place
What?
where you go in and they were fucking route. So as you were coming in from like Great
Oh.
Lakes on the train, the place you go in and they fucking make fun of you and they pick on you and fucking
Yes. There's like 2 locations here.
love that place.
Yeah, here in Cincinnati, there's like 2 locations.
Really?
Yeah. They just fucking spit roast you.
Yeah, it's fucking like you go in and there's like
Great.
2 hand dryers on the wall. You go to turn one on. So if this hand dryer doesn't work, use the one next to you. You go over to it. It says if this hand dryer doesn't work, use your pants. You're like, fuck, they don't even have paper towels and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, I don't know if we're talking about the same place. The place I'm talking about, they just shit talk you all night, like the waiters and everything. They literally talk shit to you directly to your face.
Like Dick's
And
last
then you wear
resort.
the yeah.
That's- that
Thank
was
you.
great. It's just
Thank
like
you.
Dick's Last Resort. Hey,
That's
you know that
that's what
Dick's
we
Last
have
Resort
here.
out
We don't have
closed?
whatever you're talking about.
They closed the
That's
Dick's
sad.
Last Resort downtown out here, out in Gaslamp.
Sad.
Terrible.
Sad day
This
for
is
everybody.
fun.
Apparently, people here in Ohio still like to get abused and yelled at. So we're not butterflies. You know what I mean? We can handle it. Unlike you West Coast sissies.
I don't know who Jared Neve is, but apparently I'm close to him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's a
that's
Chicago
right.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's there in Chicago. He lives out near Gurney. You remember where the
Oh yeah, that's not too far from me. Jared,
Yeah,
if you
I know.
want to DM me, we can meet up, take our pants off, and wrestle
Nice. In the barbecue pit. in the,
in a barbecue pit in like a hot
full
cold
of sweet baby rays. In
Hot
a
cold
kiddie
Making
pool
the-
full of sweet baby rays.
making the
that
peepees
sweet
touch.
baby raised.
Make them peepees kiss.
Just me, Jared Neves, and my sweet baby rays. That's all I need.
The pizza is really good in Chicago. I mean, it's a little bit different,
I
but it's fucking good. I think.
I love a
Where's
good
that?
deep dish, man.
what was the? I think you and I talked about it. What's the place that delivers? You can get it overnighted out here. You and I were talking about
Yeah,
it.
you can get it from Giordano's.
Giordano's, yeah,
they'll mail it to you.
we've done that a few times.
They'll mail it to
back in the
you?
day. Yeah,
Will they freeze it first?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
fuck
freeze it
yeah,
and
dude.
then
But it's
ship it.
legit.
They
But
do
it's
that
it's
shit with-
real.
they like freeze it well below zero, like deep freeze it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it comes all packed with dry ice and shit. Like it's got a
Nice.
warning on it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They do
One
that
of my
with, like,
par-
sorry. They do.
No, you're
they
good.
do-
You're good.
They do that with like barbecue as well. Like there's like places in Texas that will like mail you a whole fucking brisket. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
expensive, but
One of my Christmas bonuses this year from the company was a fucking like 50-pound box from Omaha Steaks.
It's the
Great.
Jam of the Month Club. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
The Jam of the Month Club. I'd be all over that. I'm a jam man. Jelly can fuck off.
Hey, you know the difference between jam and jelly?
You can't spread jelly. That's my issue with it.
No, I can't jelly my cock up your ass.
Sure you can.
Meanwhile-
KY jelly. Sure you can.
Hey, did somebody say he was trying to monetize this?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just see that ad revenue going. "Bing."
Yeah, I think you can get it from Terry Black's, but I know Franklin. There's this place. This guy is referred to as fucking Barbecue Jesus, and he'll
Jesus.
mail the Barbecue Jesus, and he'll mail out fucking like a brisket. Probably cost you like $500, but
I
Apparently
think
it's supposed to
I think that the Cattleman's Ranch as well does that. That you can order like their stuff and have it sent. That's a place in El Paso.
Yeah.
Fucking super good.
It sounds like a gay porn site Shane was telling me about.
Cattleman's Ranch.
The Cattleman's Ranch.
Cowboys' butts drive me nuts.
Do you guys remember those flash animations that we used to send to each other all the time? And then they would come and you click on it and it would fucking come up and it like, I'm looking at it would like take over your computer and it would play the audio. I'm looking at naked men. I'm looking at naked men. You couldn't like, you had to chase.
The early 2000s.
Yeah. You remember it would have the
It was a beautiful time.
We were trying to chase it around the screen.
Cole,
That's
you
how
missed
I
it.
learned what Alt F4 was.
You missed it. Mike was telling war stories about when he was in the Vietnam War. It was
I
yeah.
fucking told you,
It
dumbass.
was a classic tale of heroism.
I
was a
simply
beautiful
responded to your comment. He said he was in Vietnam. You're like, I can't imagine the heat and bugs. And I was like, I can. I've been there. You're like, you weren't in the fucking Vietnam. I didn't say I was in the war, but I'm pretty sure
what's that
the
Always Sunny in
species
Philadelphia
heat-
skit?
Huh?
The Always Sunny in Philadelphia skit where he's like, oh, yeah. Vietnam, it was brutal. It was terrible. And he's like, no, I went to Vietnam in 97. I had a sweatshop over there. Yeah. Yeah.
He did that Brian Williams shit where his like helicopter got shot down in Iraq, but he was never
Yeah,
there.
Brian
I never
Williams.
said I was there in a combat scenario.
His brother was
I
in
was
the
there on
Vietnam War.
vacation. I'm just
And I
saying
was-
the bugs and the heat, I guarantee are the same now that they were then.
I was like, I couldn't imagine fighting in the Vietnam War. And like Mike was like, yeah, I was in fucking Vietnam.
No, you said
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't imagine being in Vietnam. You didn't say anything about the war.
This guy was talking about carrying his hog in Vietnam War. So that's what I thought we were pivoting on.
I was.
Hey,
And so Cue Ball asked me to ask you, Mike, about your dead baby joke.
oh God, you really want? You guys want me to tell that fucking thing again?
This camera's so close. Look how beautiful he is. This camera's so close. Look at him. There we go. I just went from 6 to midnight.
Whoa. Whoa.
Don't do that again.
Do you guys seriously want me to tell this joke to Cole and see his response?
Yeah, it'll help.
right.
It'll help Purple Heart with his boner. The dead baby joke.
I'll help
I'm
it
sure.
go
No,
down.
it won't.
It might go up even more.
All of a sudden, his screen goes black. You hear him running out of the room. He's like, "I gotta go somewhere.
I gotta take a shower. I gotta take a cold shower.
Okay, so I was on the ship. I had these kids that work for me. We were hanging out in the gun system, and they started telling like the dead baby jokes. And I'm at my desk doing something. You know, they're telling the dead baby jokes like, "What's worse than 10 dead babies in 10 trash cans? 1 dead baby in 10 trash cans. What's worse than that is like the one at the bottom that's eating his way to the top." You know, shit. Like they were telling, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, guns,
stuff.
you don't have a dead baby joke." And I was like, I typically don't like to tell the dead baby joke I have because people stop talking to me. They never look at me the same again. And they're like, "Oh, how bad could it be?" And I was like, they're like, "Oh, tell it," like everyone else here. And I'm like, all right, here's the joke. So this lady, she goes into labor. She's on her way to the hospital. She gets to the hospital. She's been in labor for a while. Her husband's not there. She's in there by herself. And like, she's been in labor for hours. And the doctors are getting worried. So the doctor's telling her, he's like, "You really have to push." And she's like, "I'm so tired. I'm so tired." He's like, "No, you really, really have to push." And so she's pushing, she's crying. And he gets the nurse to help. And the nurse is like pushing down on her belly to try and help. And he's like, "You got to push. Like, I can almost see it. The head is coming. The baby's almost here." And he's like, "One more big push." And she's like, "Just one more big push." And the baby comes out and the doctor looks at it and he screams and he grabs it by the ankles and just starts bashing its head off the end of the table, just pounding it. Picks it up by the umbilical cord, spins it around, throws it on the floor, kicks it around like a soccer ball, gets to the window, opens the window, picks the baby up, drop kicks the baby out of the hospital into the parking lot. So the lady gets up and she's got like afterbirth and stuff hanging out. And she's running across the room and she goes to the window. She's like, "My baby, my baby, my baby." And the doctor looks at her and says, "April Fools, the baby was already dead."
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys later. Yikes.
And that's kind of what everyone in the room
Yikes.
did. They were like, and I was like, "Oh, now you're gonna be all fucking act like that." When I told you 3 times I didn't want to tell the joke.
Someone call a barista. This live feed just turned dark.
I asked for cream in my coffee. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that'll like too dark.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny up until, the baby was already dead. It would have been better if it was alive the whole time. For me personally. It's just me.
Paulie's like, "I can't stand up, but I want to leave."
If anybody in the house is good at animation, can we get like an animated flash video of that joke?
Like
Please?
a flip book.
Can we make that happen? Anybody?
I need that in my life.
I just need like a poorly drawn like stick figure animation of that.
Fucking Havoc's got like a notebook and he's like, I was already doing it. I'll send it to you.
It's just a sticky notepad that he.
He's like, I already did it.
What's your address? I'll mail it to you.
Oh, man, I'm not giving any of you my fucking address. Well, I might. Aren't I? I'm supposed to send you something, aren't I? There was a knife that you wanted.
Yeah, one of your sea snakes, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Dave,
Yes.
Diver Dave. Ha ha ha.
Slow clap. That was a masterpiece.
Diver Dave's Diver Dave. Now I have a sneaking suspicion. I know what Diver Dave. Are you a Comlog Westpac, Dave? Because
what does that mean?
Well, he said he was at Singapore, and now I see Diver Dave, and I'm thinking that he might be stationed at Comlog Westpac in Singapore. They have a club at the base there in Singapore. It's called the Terror Club, and there's like a pool and a nice ass bar, and you should never let sailors have anything nice because when a ship will pull in for like a week, it looks like a scene from Animal House in that pool. There's like fucking like, why is there poop in the pool? Who shit in the pool last night? So
it's a Baby Ruth bar. Nobody panic.
Yeah, well, it's been almost 2 hours, so I'm going to see if Diver Dave. Now I'm curious about whether Diver Dave is in. He's working there at Comlog Westpac, where the ships always pull in. They had a place called the Soap and Suds.
Ooh, I'm sure that was a real gem.
Well, it was a laundromat, and it was a really nice laundromat that just happened to have like a really nice bar on what it was. Everything there was really nice. It used to be a British. It was a British fucking military installation, and we took it over.
This is ours now.
like we got it from them somehow. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to go there because like everything was like posh, and you know how the British are. Like everything was really nice and clean and posh, and then we tried to fuck it up.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We're Americans. Diver Dave, is it true you can't chew gum in Singapore? Is that true?
Oh, that's absolutely true.
Okay, I wasn't asking you, Mike.
Good point.
It's true. It's true.
Why can't you chew gum?
I think it's a littering thing. Like keep the city clean.
Like if you get caught littering and gum, like they would tell you when the ship pull in, is like, do not take chewing gum out with you. You can get in trouble for it. Like we're like, but we got guys that are quitting smoking, and they're like, well, we don't fucking care, just because we don't need you to go to jail.
Right. Uncle Sam's not bailing you out, motherfucker.
Well, they still cane people there like that. When I was in high school,
yeah, there's a lot of weird laws in Singapore.
Yeah.
They should do that here.
Honestly,
take them out to the public square. Give them a good cane.
Whip them, cane them.
Was it fucking?
Parents don't even cane their own kids anymore. I got the business end of a fucking pine twig a time or two in my life.
Have you ever watched
Pine Switch?
Red Heat with John Belushi and Arnold Schwarzenegger? And he's talking about like,
but it's been
they're talking about drug dealers. He's like, in Russia, you should just take them all out in the street and shoot them. And he's like, oh, you can't do that here. The politicians would throw a fit. He goes, shoot them first. And I'm like, I'm starting to think that might be a good thing.
Damn, dude, what a movie poster. Belushi, Schwarzenegger.
It's a good movie.
Oh, the late 80s were something else, man.
You should watch it. It's one of my favorites.
I mean,
you think parakeet is feminine? That's like one of my favorite lines from Arnold Schwarzenegger has a pet parakeet.
Oh, I can't.
And he tells John Belushi, and John Belushi says something about it, and he looks at him and he goes, You think parakeet is feminine? And I was like, it's funny.
I might watch that. Oh, it's not on anything. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
I love shitty old Schwarzenegger movies. I don't know why.
Rent it on Amazon.
I'm not paying money for movies. It's 2021.
Well, I mean, you could watch it on Kodi. I guarantee it's on Kodi. I have it on my Apple TV.
Dude, what the fuck? There was the funniest picture of Schwarzenegger in like a whole Russian outfit. It's really funny. Where is it?
Yeah, he's full on Bolshevik fucking uniform.
Oh, dude, it's golden. Oh man, the hat. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this.
Share it. Bring it up. So everybody can see it.
I'm trying. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me share the screen. Hold on. Share it. Share screen. Listen.
Paulie, you look tired. What happened today?
What do you think about that?
Like 11:30.
Look at that.
Like
Look at that beautiful man.
That
Look at
is
that,
fucking
dude.
incredible.
Is that not absolutely mind blowing?
That's the scene.
What is
that's
this
the scene in the
movie?
bar.
That's
the
what I'm
scene in
asking.
the bar
Dude.
at the beginning of the movie.
Hold on. There's
Is he,
more.
like,
There's more.
undercover?
This one.
Yeah.
He's taking no shit in this movie. You can just tell.
He chases a drug dealer from Russia back to the United States, and then he.
Oh wait. This one. Sukkablet, comrade. Yeah. Oh man.
Well, I mean, it could be Nathan's like Russian with an Australian accent. I was like, it could be worse. It could be The Hunt for Red October, where it was a Russian with a Scottish fucking accent.
Look at that poster. Belushi's got the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, that is an 80s poster.
That is golden, dude. That's
He's
fucking
got the gun in
gold.
his fucking hand.
Yeah. Schwarzenegger's got the fucking gun with like the the compensator on it, for Christ's sake.
It's actually, that movie's a lot of fucking fun to watch.
Look at that
Oh, movie
face.
I gotta watch too again.
Look at that face.
Oh my God. Now he's got it in his hand too, and the cigarette. That's fucking.
Oh man, yeah, he's got his little fucking Magnum over here, 357 Magnum. That's funny. All right, that's fun.
Yeah, it's a.
How do I stop sharing? I don't know how. Like that.
I did it. I got you.
I knew you were gonna fucking highlight that. I fucking knew it when it came up. I was like, God damn it.
Paulie, you know what? Paulie looks more like when you go online and you look at the sex offender registry in your neighborhood and you're like, that's my neighbor.
Yeah, I did the sex offender shuffle a couple years back.
Hello, miss. I'm new to the neighborhood.
I love the fact that they're supposed to come around and introduce themselves, because they fucking
it's never happened. Like if you pull up the map, that you can pull up the map, it's insane. It's insane how many red dots there are.
We had it happen at our old place, but down here, like I looked, and I'm in a really good neighborhood because there aren't any really close. They're like really far away.
No, I think you're.
Yeah, here it's just drugs and murder. There's nobody's touching kids around here, except with their cars going about 45 miles an hour. That happens a lot for some reason. In my neighborhood.
When was the last time you were in Zanesville?
Couldn't tell you.
Probably
10 years ago.
The meth and poor dental healthcare fucking.
I thought that was Lima.
Huh?
I thought that was Lima.
I think
meth and coke.
I think Zanesville has taken. I think Zanesville is the meth capital of Ohio.
Sounds like a great place to visit for vacation.
God bless America.
It's pretty bad. Zanesville's bad. We used to go there because it was actually like you could get shit there you couldn't get at my hometown. I don't mean weed or fucking meth. I mean like there was a shopping mall there.
Whoa! In Ohio? Not anymore. Not in Ohio, there's no shopping malls here anymore.
When I was a kid, that's all anybody did. You didn't have any place else to go. It was like there were shopping malls that interconnected little rural towns.
Dude.
It was just where everyone hung out.
90% of Ohio up until like the mid 2000s was just like what you would see like in an 80s movie, what the suburbs looked like. That was all of Ohio, right? It was just shopping malls, strip malls, and like the picturesque little towns, right?
Like all the Ferris Bueller movie.
Like,
and
like my town where I grew up, just imagine the town from Stranger Things, except smaller.
Yeah.
That's literally the town I grew up in.
I know where you're at, up north. And then like when you start heading up towards
I'm in Lebanon. I grew up in Lebanon. So half an hour north of Cincinnati.
When you get up
between
like,
Cincy and
when you get up like halfway to Cleveland from Ohio, you hit New London, and it's like that. New London and Lebanon are a lot alike. Like you could probably superimpose one on top of the other and not know the difference.
It's every small town in Ohio, man. You have it's
Colony
literally
Square
every small
Mall.
town.
The
Colony Square Mall.
Yeah, Zanesville. That's the one in Zanesville. There's a dead mall video about it.
Bro, Colony Square is where I saw every movie. That's the movie theater in Lebanon, Ohio. They're still open. It's still open.
No. Colony Square was the company. Colony Square Mall in Zanesville.
Right. Okay. So Colony Square was like a chain. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was like a
Gotcha.
chain.
But
Exactly.
to me, there's only one Colony Square. Dude, we used to fucking just hang out front of the movie theater after a movie, waiting for our parents to pick us up. And we would just not pick us up. We would hang out in parking lots and gas stations in my hometown. What's going on there, Paul? How you doing, bud?
What are you doing?
Oh, I just
You guys are talking about fucking Ohio and fucking going to the movies. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm just fucking sitting here listening.
I know, it was just funny. Like, you just looked like you were off. You're like, I was just picturing like Paulie like fucking listening to like killed children fucking laughter.
Can you pull up Shane's comment about Alabama?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I get it, guys. Good one. That's gold.
Have you guys ever played? There's an app. It's a game for the iPhone or for iPhones. It's called Evil Apples. I think they have it on the Google Play Store too. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's the electronic iPhone version of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, yes. What was there's a card game, Apples to Apples.
Apples
was
to Apples.
the child's card game, yes.
This is Evil Apples. And so the thing is, like, Paulie knows, I can say some horrendous shit. I don't try to win games anymore because they added a wild card option.
Wild card, baby. Woo!
You can just write it. You can just write in your own card. And I just basically, like, every game, that's all I do is I just write wild cards until I'm out of wild cards. Perfect. And then I just find the most horrendous shit in the deck to put up. But like, I don't try to win games anymore. My goal is to see in how many turns it takes me to make everyone else leave because they're like, this is too fucking much.
Just win by default. That's always your game plan is to win by default.
Yeah, everybody. I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to get everybody else to leave.
Right. I'm here to win, motherfucker. Get out.
Like one of the questions was like, what gets all the nuns hot and bothered? And I was like, the Pope's cock.
Dude, I wish there was like a shared Cards Against Humanity game we could play in these live streams. I think that'd be really funny.
I saw that, Paulie. I saw that.
Oh, I'm making gravy.
Yeah. It's kind of like a category type game. Have you ever played category?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but this is just basically Cards Against Humanity on your phone.
Fuck, dude. I wish there was a way we could all share our screens and play it together on a live stream. That'd be really funny.
We could do that sometime. I mean, we'd have to do it.
We're going to do a test run, see if it worked.
I think it would be better for me to go ahead and get my Rumble channel set up and do it there. I think I could get away with it on your Rumble a lot easier.
Well, yeah.
Rumble for a while.
Huh?
We've been talking about that Rumble for a while.
Is that still a thing? Is that still a thing people go to and use?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's if you watch Louder with Crowder, he has a Rumble channel and he has Blaze TV's Mug Club where you basically pay and you get access to all his stuff and then extra. Like he does like an hour on YouTube and Rumble, and then he goes to Mug Club, which is exclusive content for his paying members. But so I have Mug Club because the dude's hilarious, but he fucking has a Rumble channel. So when YouTube shuts him down, he just basically tells everybody, hey,
so I've never been on Rumble. I'm looking at it now. It tells you how much money the creator has made.
Yeah. It's everything on Rumble is really transparent.
Well, there's my issue with Rumble is the numbers are all really low. That's my problem.
Well, a lot of those guys are just
the view counts are really low too, even on the editor's picks.
Go check out Louder with Crowder.
Yeah, but like one person out of how many?
No, I'm just saying, like you can still.
I don't recognize anybody on here. I don't recognize any of these people. Habibi Power Hour. What is this?
That sounds like a great fucking channel.
There's some really, but the thing is, like, I want to start doing stuff on Rumble because there's stuff I just can't say and do here. And
yeah, I get it.
.com lets me do it, but it's clunky uploading. Like, I love those guys. They gave me that channel, and I got ad revenue and shit, and I can do whatever I want. I'm one of the what do you call it? Plank holder fucking. Shut up, Paulie. But like, it's really hard to upload and everything. Like, it just takes forever, and there's so many limits on like size of files and shit.
Yeah, Shane wants to know if I have a YouTube channel. Real fucking slick, Shane.
Yeah, he does. It's Purple Heart Barbecue. Yeah. Sorry.
My thing is there anything on Rumble that isn't just like news?
No. Well, that's
It's all
the
like
thing.
news
all
stuff.
Well, that's why like all the news platforms.
I don't
that
watch the
shut
news.
down-
I don't believe in the news. I don't watch any news. I don't need it. I read the news in the paper, in the local paper. That's where I get my news. God bless print media.
Oh no. So Duke was like, I was talking about Rumble. He's like, you told the April 1st baby joke here just fine. And I was like, yeah, I've got stuff that's way worse to say about a lot of things.
I haven't had any issues yet with my foul mouth on YouTube, but we'll see what happens. I don't know.
As long as you can get past a certain point.
Yeah.
They kind of just ignore you after, like, especially channels with lower view counts and lower subscribers like us. They're not watching us the whole time. Like, I made it the first like 2 minutes without dropping an F-bomb or anything.
Yeah.
You cuss in your videos, do they not monetize it?
It depends. They're weird about it. Like, you can cuss.
You can. I mean, that's the thing is you can. Sometimes they'll like lower your pay scale, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
They start. Well,
they'll still pay you, but just not as much.
Well, they make your videos
harder to find too.
Yeah, well, they restrict it to adults, and that means that the only people that can see it are people that have verified their identity with YouTube and have a channel, just like all of us did to have our channels. But there's a lot of people that just don't want to have a YouTube membership, so they just watch whatever they want, not logged in.
Fuck those people.
That's why like 40 to 60% of your viewers are going to be non-subscribers if you look at like your analytics.
Yep.
So, but guys, I do have to get off of here. I'm going to go.
Well, me too. It's 12:40, man.
Huh?
What time is it over there? Like 9 a.m. tomorrow or some shit?
9:37. Oh, in Japan?
Yeah.
It is 2:37 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that flight, the flight back really fucked me up.
Well, that's the weird one because like I was stationed in Japan and I would fly from Japan and land in California
at the same time you left. Yeah.
Well,
that's
like an hour before you left. You're like, what the
and you're like, this is
happened?
bullshit. Yeah, you're like, this is bullshit. I just teleported. Dude, my cats are literally destroying my house, so I gotta go as well.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get a hold of wife. So
I love you all. Todd Carr, Paulie, it was a pleasure talking to you, dude. Mike,
been
thanks
fun.
so
I'm
much
gonna
for
end
having
it.
me on.
I'll talk to you guys later. Paulie, stick around for a second.
All right.
I'm gonna go fuck these cats up. We'll see you
Later,
guys.
Microwave them.